We are live.
Oh my God, I can't believe I made it.
Happy Friday.
I can't believe well, there's nobody here. Oh my God. I can't believe we were 8 hours yesterday. Can you believe we were on 8 hours yesterday? It was crazy.
That was the best. And she drank
Oh, we had the most fun.
the pickle juice. I loved it.
Oh my God. Well, I did too one night. I had heartburn so bad.
Yeah.
Oops, 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 oops.
I never knew that could take care of heartburn. Otherwise, I would have been taking that
I know.
because I do the I told you I do.
I didn't know, and I was out of. I usually use Alka-Seltzer. Okay, when I have heartburn really bad,
Yeah.
I use Alka-Seltzer because Alka-Seltzer works for me.
Right.
Hey, Mark, how are you doing?
Hi. Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday, Friday, Friday. TGIF. That's the name of my stream.
Everybody's
I
tired.
will certainly not be on for 8 hours today. Because
Right.
8 hours is way too long. I went to sleep after Marissa did her giveaway last night. I went to sleep and I didn't even wake up. My husband went to work this morning.
That's funny. Well, mine's coming late.
Hey, Remy, how are you this morning?
And he's
Amanda Ray, good morning, good morning, good morning.
good morning.
How are you guys? Oh my gosh. Well, what is that? So I went to sleep about 8 o'clock last night and woke up at 7 this morning. So that's what, 11 hours?
Wow. Yeah.
Hi, Charlie girl. How you doing, babe?
Hi, Charlie girl.
Charlie girl. I love her name.
I
She's
do
so
too.
cute. Look at
She's
her
so
face.
pretty. She's a pretty
I
girl.
know. Amanda Ray is so pretty.
Yeah. Amanda Ray's
One
great.
of you guys, one of these days, I'm going to get you guys up on panel.
Really?
Not for an 8-hour live, mind you, but that's way too long. God, you're clicking a lot.
I'm sorry.
I can't go on camera today, guys, because I did not have time to shower. I did not have time to do anything. So there is no way I'm going on camera.
I'm gonna mute for a few
Still in my nightgown. I'm still, yeah. Hi, Evelyn. I'm still like, that I've still got boogers in my eyes, and oh my God.
Hi, Evelyn.
I haven't had time to do anything. It's just like crazy. Oh, but that was so long yesterday. I mean, it was like people went to work, and when they were getting out of work, we were still live. But it was fun. That's good, Mark. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Yeah, so we're not going to be doing no 8-hour live today. There's no way.
I'm telling you, I went to the store. I came back. They were still on. I was like, this is great.
Oh my God.
It was awesome.
And I was just in time to make my husband's dinner, like literally.
Really?
Put the stuff in because I was making them these. You buy them at Sam's Club. They're stuffed chicken breasts, and he wanted two. He wanted one that was chicken cordon bleu, and then the other one was chicken stuffed with spinach and feta cheese.
Ooh, that's
and so he wanted one of each. So I had time to turn the oven on and put them in the oven. Because you just have to you take them out of the freezer and put them in the oven, and they take like, I think it's 30 minutes or something, and then they're done.
What is going on?
It helped my day go by fast. It was fun yesterday. It was a fun, like,
that was one.
You're bright-eyed and bushy. I'm usually bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but I was so beat yesterday, Amanda, that I was literally dragging my ass, like literally. Hi, Kevin. How are you this morning?
Hey, Kevin.
I was literally dragging. Believe it or not, I was drained. But I laughed so hard yesterday. I was laughing so hard yesterday because Marissa is really funny. I laughed so hard yesterday. My stomach was literally hurting. Like my sides were hurting. But, after a while sitting in this chair, I mean, I got up a few times for sure. I got up a few times to go potty. And for sure, I got up a few times to like stretch my legs because it wasn't like, I I couldn't stay in this chair the whole time. It was
I don't know how
crazy.
some people do it that long. I really don't.
Well, I don't. They might have more comfortable chairs than one. Hi, Carrie. How are you doing? It's Friday. House movement improvements, day 5. The mess. I know, and you can't even worry about the mess when you're doing. Hi, Samara. Hi, sweetie.
Samara.
I'm on my 64th hour of work this morning. Wow, Amanda. Wow,
Oh,
that's a long
that's a long day. Week.
a week. I guess. I don't think I don't think there's 64 hours in
I
the day.
know. See, I told you I'm tired
Thought
too.
about it afterwards. Oh my gosh.
Donna wasn't that
But
good in math.
see, guys, this is what happens when you do an 8-hour live. You
Oh
can't
my
think straight
God.
the next day. Oh my God. But it was so much fun. Like I didn't even see the time went by so fast yesterday because we were just talking about like everything. But oh my God, I can't do that too much. Maybe once a year. Maybe once a year. I think the longest I've ever done is 5 hours. And that was someone else. Two other people were on my panel and they were the ones that had issues with each other. I took a nap with my kid and you guys were still going, Carla. I didn't mean to be rude, but I can't. Oh, yeah. Well, when you feel that way, I wish you would just like keep it to yourself. Like I'm no disrespect to you because I know you come in here all the time, but we were having fun, we were laughing, and people were having fun in the chat. So, I just wish, when we're getting along, there's no need to be negative. We can just, if you can't with a certain person, and I've told people over and over again, if you can't with certain person, then you need to block them. Of course, you can't block someone that's on panel, but you don't need to, not everything has to be addressed. Hi, sweet crazy. Believe me, I've held my tongue a few times in certain chats. How are you this morning, sweet crazy? But there's that. So I have something planned for you guys, my members, but I need some confirmation from the people that are doing the surprise. And it's going to be for everybody. The first, when you have to be here actually when it happens. And then afterwards, I'm going to put it on for members only. So you could watch the replay, but it should be fun. We've been planning it. So, yeah. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Because I don't want to do, but I am going to do a giveaway for you members privately. And I don't know, I don't know how to do that. I'm learning how to do that too. But I'm going to do a video of the things I'll be giving away. It will definitely be a gift card in a market bag with some items that I've made. And that's going to be my giveaway. Hopefully you guys will like it. I hope so. But anyways, I've been working nearly 80 hours a week. That's like 2 weeks in 1 week. Wow, Amanda Ray. Yeah. Well, Samara, I have some stuff put away for you because you actually ordered these things like a while ago. And then we went through. Hi, Smokey. Thank God it's Friday. That's the title of my live today.
Look at P.
Good morning, Whoop Whoop.
How are you?
Smokey P has ADD. That was his name when he came up on my panel. I found a cool new trick this morning. If you go into your comment section after a live, click the name. It now brings up the go-to channel link. Whoa.
Wait a minute. What?
What? Wait. I found a cool new trick this morning. I'm gonna, all right, if you go back into a live, hang on. Ugh. It takes so long. Like my live from yesterday is not processed yet. So, okay, you go
But
into
you
a
have to
live.
go back into a live though.
Oh, just the comment section, but they have to comment.
Right.
So let me see. Wait. I'm trying this right now as we speak. LaDonna in Texas. Oh my God, it works, guys. So anybody that wants their channel linked, go into my comment section. But you know what's wrong with that is that it takes so long to process a live now, because yesterday was an 8-hour live. So of course it's not going to process, it's going to take like a week or 2 weeks to process.
Oh my God, I grabbed.
Morning, Bay Beauty. How are you this morning, sweetie? I'm not going on camera today because, good God, I look like crap on a stick. And I'm not saying that to be, mean or anything, but to myself. But I literally slept for. Hi, Leo wife.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Leo wife, hi.
So I don't know if you saw live yesterday. We were on for 8 freaking hours.
I watched for the first hour and a half, maybe, and then I had to get stuff done. Boy, I had to clean my office.
Well, today is definitely going to be a short one because I have so much stuff that I was supposed to do yesterday that I didn't do.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way I could be on like a long time today.
Yeah, we're getting ready. Well, I'm getting ready. Because we got to take Apollo to the vet today. So.
Oh, is she okay?
Well, we're not sure. He's older and I know he has hip issues and we've been addressing that, like giving him medicine and stuff, but his butt started bleeding. So
oh my God.
I don't know if because our other German Shepherd, our first German Shepherd had anal cancer, and I think he might have it too.
Oh,
no.
So we're going to take him today. I'm not going to let him do a bunch of tests and stuff on him. I'm just going to go and let him examine him.
Yeah.
And make sure he's not in a lot of pain.
Right.
I guess. Because he's fine. I mean, he's eating. He still plays and everything.
Oh, well, good.
If the dogs, even the baby or the other two girls, if they go near his rear end, he growls at them. So I'm worried he's gonna snap, because if he don't feel good,
Right.
And
it probably
I
does
just want to get
him.
him checked out and maybe get him some pain medicine or something to, but I mean,
comfortable.
It just sucks, you have a dog, an animal, and you eventually have to tell them goodbye. And
that's the thing is that's
what's so hard.
Like after I'm like still grieving over Katie.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been 4 years now.
It's so
and to
hard.
be honest with you, when I see a picture of an animal that looks like her, I will burst out in tears still to this day. It's like I lost a child because I was so close to her. She was my baby.
Well, we rescued him 4 years ago from some people who were moving, and they were going to have to take him to the shelter. And he's, full-blooded German Shepherd. So we told him to take him, and we've had him, and he's really Eric's baby. I mean, he is really taken up to Eric, and and I'm like, so he'll take it harder than me.
Of course.
I mean, I love him, but it's not like one of my girl German Shepherds or my baby did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but he's a sweet dog.
Those are my favorite dogs, the Shepherds.
That's what's stopping me from getting another dog, because they don't, they don't. You outlive them all the time. I want dogs to live like us.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish they would. My sister-in-law has. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I lost my Chweenie last year.
Oh, Chweenie.
And she was my heart. And so when I lost her, I just had the big dogs, and I was like, I have got to get another little dog because it was like part of me was missing, having the little
Yeah.
dog,
Yeah.
because little dogs are just different,
Oh,
And
yeah.
so then I got Winston, and I still miss her, but it's kind of like not replacing them, but they do fill the hole a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I've been at that place now where I am ready to have
Yeah.
one. But I still have all her stuff, like her bed's in
Hmm.
the basement, her crate is in the basement. A lot of her chew toys are down there. I have never been able to get rid of them.
Oh,
I've never been
Carla.
able to. Well, I haven't because
What did you
like
have?
she was she was she was a mix. She looked kind of like a miniature lab, but she was a mix. I
Oh.
mean, she was like we got her at Animal Friends. It was a no-kill shelter. They found her. She was a stray.
Oh.
They estimated her age to be 2 years, and we had her for 10 years, and she was my baby. She was my baby. I'm like,
Yep.
Hmm.
wherever I went, I could take her for a walk. I literally, like a lot of people don't believe this. I could take her for a walk. I did not need a leash. She was right by my side. She
That's
would
the way
not
my first
stray away.
shepherd was. My first shepherd was like that. And I could be out front planting flowers or working in the
Mm-hmm.
yard, and he'd just lay there on the porch watching me. He never ran off. He never,
Oh.
people could walk up and down the sidewalk. He wouldn't bark at them. He would just sit there and watch them. They could even have a dog. I mean, he was like the perfect dog
I don't
ever.
know. Yeah, she was too. Like, I will never find, I don't think, that's the thing with me that's kept me back. It's like, I think I would be heartbroken if I found one and I got attached. And they pick their humans,
Yeah,
okay?
they
Dogs
do.
pick their humans
Absolutely.
because
Hmm.
I was her human, because I was with her all the time. But I could literally go outside. She could lay down. I could sit in the lawn chair out in the backyard, no fence. I knew she wasn't going to run off. I knew she wasn't going to chase after rabbits or whatever. Well, she did one time. She chased after a rabbit, but she would not leave the yard. You know what I mean? She would like turn around. If she got to the end of the yard, she'd turn around and look at me, and I'd say, "Get back here," and she would come back here. You know, but she was my heart. She was my heart. That took a long. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still.
My parents, that's what happened to my parents when they lost their last golden retriever. Um, it took them probably 4 to 6 years to get another one.
Yeah.
And
Right.
finally, my dad was like, this is it. So, what he did was he went ahead and found one and got it for my mom for Christmas. So she couldn't say no
Oh,
because she was the one that was so hesitant to get another dog. And he's like, I miss having a dog in the house. I miss, having that companionship. So that's what he did. Instead of asking her permission, he bought it for her for Christmas.
well, the way we
Oh.
picked her, my husband actually picked her because when we went there, she was cowered in the corner of all the other dogs had run up, and she was way back, and she would just sit there and shake. And he goes, "She's the one we have. She's the one that needs a home," and he's the one that picked
Oh.
her. So we got her home, and she wouldn't bark. She did not bark for 3 months. We thought that she had her vocal cords cut because she never barked. I think, well, what we believe is she got beat for barking because she wouldn't bark. And then
Oh
finally,
my
one day,
God.
about 3 months after we got her, I think it was someone came to the door to deliver a package, and she barked, and I went, "Oh my God, I had to call my husband at work. She can bark, she can bark, she can bark." We're so excited because she could bark, but
Aw.
she wasn't a barky dog. She didn't bark a lot.
Yeah.
I believe that I believe that she was beat. We believe she was beat for a number of things because until
Well,
she got into
Apollo had a shock collar on when we got him. That's how they trained him, was with a shock collar. And when we got him home, I told Eric, I said, we're taking that off of him. Because dogs are dogs. They're going to bark. They're going to be naughty. They're going to, whatever.
yeah,
So the day we brought him home, we took it off of him. We never put it back on him.
yeah, I don't think so.
And he was never an issue. like he didn't have like behavior issues. He didn't chew things up. He didn't go potty in the house. He
Wow.
So I don't know. I guess when they took him for his training, that's how they trained him, because they had taken him to a 2-week training or something and left him, and that's how they trained him. And I don't
That's
know. I
how a
mean,
lot of them train them. I hate that. I hate
and
the
I
shock
just,
collar.
yeah.
I
So
even hate the choke chains. I don't even like the
yeah,
choke
he does
chains.
have that, but I was just like, I just shot collars just too much for me. So I was like,
Yeah. My
And
girlfriend
he-
has the choke chain, but she learned because she's got a pit bull King Corso, and that dog is strong.
I guess with mine, see, I didn't need to. I just didn't need anything like that with her. Even it's a law here. You have to have a leash on them. But I could have taken her for a walk anywhere and she never would have run away. Like,
Oh, I see that in my neighborhood all the time. People have
Wow.
their dog, and they actually, the dog has a leash in its mouth, and they're walking with them. It's
well,
so
yeah, but
cute.
if you get caught doing that here, because there's a school not too far from here, they won't allow that. That's one of the things that you will get fined for. But,
Really?
yeah. My dog was a little chubby because I used to, oh my God, I could not eat anything that she wouldn't sit there with her little two paws in front of her
No,
and
that
look
little
at me with
face.
those sad eyes.
Oh.
And so if I was eating a hot dog or something, I would, no, I wouldn't give her anything that would hurt her, but I would pick off a piece of hot dog and give it to her. And I took her to the vet and she goes, she's kind of overweight. She goes, are you feeding her people food?
Yeah.
Not too much. And she goes, you should stop doing that because she needs, she's like, I think she was 50 pounds and she should have been about 35 pounds. She was like not a big dog and not a small dog. She's kind of a medium-sized dog, but she was kind of chunky.
A little chunky monkey.
She was a chunky monkey. Yeah, she
Yeah.
was. I loved her though.
I love dogs. I love animals.
I do too.
Dogs. And like I said, Leo, wife, my favorite is a German Shepherd. I think to me,
Oh, they were so
they're the
beautiful.
most
Yeah, they're
beautiful
the best
animal.
I think they are.
They are just beautiful. I mean, look at them. They're
Yeah.
gorgeous dogs.
I was raised with Dobermans. I
had a
my
Doberman
dad,
too. Yeah.
my dad, I think they're pretty awesome dogs too.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, they are.
they get a bad
They're
rap
very,
too.
they're loyal too. Very loyal dogs.
They are loyal and they'll protect. They're very protective.
Yes. My
Not
son
mean.
had.
If
I
you
had a. I had a blue one, and I named her Mercedes Blue Lady. My son had a red one, and he named him Rex. The cartoon, Rex Speed Racer. Speed Racer. Rex was his passenger driver, his best friend. So he named his dog after that. The dog passed away one day. He was at work, and he always reached on the counter to look for food. And when he only did that when nobody was around. And I guess he grabbed like a 2-inch corn cob and he swallowed it, and
Oh no.
it landed in his intestines. And my son took him to the vet because he's like, something's not right. He's, not eating. He's dehydrated. He won't poop and this and that. And he's like, oh, there's nothing wrong. He probably just ate something. It'll come out. So the next day it was getting worse. My son said, you know what? Something's wrong with my dog. So he took him back to his old vet, and it was a ride across town. And she took an x-ray and she says he's got corn cob lodged in his intestine. She says, we'll take it out, but it's going to be tricky. So she comes back about it a couple hours later and she said, right, he's going to end up bleeding all over the table. Yeah, because it's been in there now for a couple days now, like 3 days. So she said, he goes, do what you can do.
No, I did not know that earthquake. I've been doxxed all over the place. So
what?
He said, do you know Republican Ash doxed you in Discord after her stream last night?
Oh well.
Well, that's
can't stop.
What can I do? I'm not in her Discord, so
right.
It is what it is. I've been doxxed all over YouTube. What's she gonna do? What am I gonna do about it? That's on her.
Yeah.
That's what she wants to do. I'm not going to address it.
Nope.
Ugh. So anyway, Nunya.
What is that? Go ahead. So yeah, I'm saying go ahead.
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just
No.
not going to address those things.
No, and I don't blame you. Don't give it air. He ended up saying, "See what you please, try to save, do what you can."
Right.
And then she came back and she goes, "I'm so sorry."
Oh, that's horrible.
And let me tell you, this dog was his baby, his best friend, his everything.
Yeah.
He got him when he was a puppy. When his dad was alive, the dad would, because his father worked close to the home. So when he was a puppy, his dad, when he'd go on his breaks or his lunch, he would come home, take the dog out or whatever. My son took him to school. This dog was so intelligent. Hand signals is all you had to do with this dog. And he, like that, on command. He would have been an awesome police dog because this dog was like unbelievable. My son would go with his hands and he was like, show teeth. And that dog would show his teeth. And
what a lot of people are saying in here is they trust dogs more than they trust people.
It's very true.
Amen.
They're more loyal. A dog, you have a dog that you have, like you've had for a while.
You got a friend for life.
They are loyal to you to
the end.
Yeah, the end.
Yes, they are.
More than,
I mean, they're so happy.
I think if my husband and I broke up, the only thing we'd fight over is custody of
the dog.
We would have fought over custody of her. That's the only thing I would have fought for. I could care less about furniture, house, but her, I would have.
That's how it was for me. We fought over the damn dog, and he won.
Yeah.
And it was my dog. He gave him to me for my birthday.
Hi, Lufa.
Hold on, guys.
Well, and that's like, Eric's like, Kim, I don't know if I could go, because he went with me to put Stitch down, my first German Shepherd, but he wasn't as close to him. I mean, he got upset, but not like upset, not like me. I was, uncontrollable.
Kimberly, Brian's been working. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay, but he's never been with me for any.
Brian's been working.
And he's like, I don't know if I can go with Apollo. And I'm like, but you're his person, I mean, yes, he knows me too, but I'm not his person. You know what I'm saying? How they have their favorites. And I said,
their people.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fair to him, now if you're working or something like that, okay, I get it. But I don't know. I feel like I treat them like they're human. And I think about, if they had to do the same thing to us, like if the roles were reversed, I always think like that. They wouldn't let us suffer. They wouldn't let us be alone at that time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, so I think about it like that, and I'm like, you'll have to go. Yes, it's going to be upsetting. Yes, it's a horrible thing to have to do. I mean, because I think not many people. I bet there's more animals that don't die on their own than there are that, you know what I'm saying? Like most animals just don't die at home. You have to make that decision.
Yeah, and that's hard.
Sorry. You have to make the decision for and it's so hard. It's like it would be so much easier if they would just
don't muffle your dogs, because when misdemeanor isn't here, I will make me feel
misdemeanor. Hi, honey. How are you, my sweetheart? I had to go say goodbye to my hubby for work, so he went to work late today.
Morning, guys. Morning, everybody in the chat.
We're talking about doggies.
Hi, Chip, baby. Yeah,
I'm ready to get a dog. I
want one so bad, you guys. I can't stand it anymore, and I keep.
Y'all should get one before winter time.
I
don't want a small dog. I want big dogs. Like I want a big dog.
I'm torn. I love, like I said, I told him I would love to get a shepherd, and he's like, "Yeah, but they shed too much." I go, "Who cares?"
Oh my gosh.
You know what? My dog was a short-haired dog, and she shed like like a son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
do
God.
too. And I told him that. I said, short-haired dogs shed just as much.
Yeah,
lice,
they do.
but you can't see it as
They do.
bad. That's the
Get a
only thing.
Winston. Get a Winston.
Get a little Winston.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
Winston,
The only
are they
thing I
cute?
had problems with Katie was she hated baths.
Oh,
She
really?
What
hated
dog
baths.
doesn't like a bath?
She hated baths.
I can tell
Well,
you
in the
one that
wintertime,
doesn't.
I would have
Right?
to take her upstairs. She weighed almost 50 pounds. Okay. I would literally, if
Fight with
I
her?
said the word bath, she was hiding in the
That's
house.
what my
She
whiner rhymer was.
hated it.
He would see the tub. He would see me putting the water in the tub, and he would be in the laundry room under the laundry sink, and I'm like, Joe, where'd you go? And I'm looking for him, and he's there, and he's looking at me. I go, you need to take a bath. And then he'd do this like, I go, don't you growl at me. I'll just pick you up. And then I would pick him up. Sometimes I'd just take him by the collar and walk him to the tub. And he'd go in there and he'd start splashing. I would be just as wet as he would because
Oh, she was too. And she always like followed me around the house after I bathed her. She'd follow me around
and shake.
the house. And she'd wait until she was right next to me to shake. Oh my God.
That's what my palm was.
That was
Yeah.
your punishment.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was my punishment.
I think the best thing to do is take them to a groomer. It's
Yeah.
so much easier.
Yeah, that's what I
It
had
is.
to do.
But
That
she
with,
had nothing to be groomed. She would will they just bathe them? I don't know. I never
Oh
took
yeah, they'll
they
bathe them
bathe
and cut
them,
their
they
nails
cut
and
their nails, they make them smell pretty,
clean
they
their
get
ears.
bow.
we did
Yeah.
all of that by ourselves.
Yeah, it's just so much easier to take
You know,
them.
I did that too with my palm, but then after a while, because palms are a bitch, because you have to blow dry them and blow dry them.
I
brush
wouldn't
them at
cut.
the
The only
same
thing I
time.
wouldn't do is cut her nails. My husband was the ones that cut her
Yeah, my
nails.
husband did
You
that
should
too.
see us trying to
No,
cut those St.
I was
Bernard's
always.
nails.
Does he bite? Does he bite?
No, he's just 130 pounds.
Aww.
Does he like it though? Does he get
no,
like
no.
freaked out when you
None
do
of
it?
they
Hi, Life
don't.
Rewinded.
None of the dogs.
Life
like that.
Morning,
Rewinded.
Life Rewinded.
Do not make me laugh today. My
Hi,
stomach
Life
is still
Rewinded.
sore
Oh
from
my
last
God,
night.
yeah.
I thought I was going to die
What?
all day yesterday, and then last night she was just on fire last night.
Really?
Where
Between
was
her
she?
and Ash, oh my God, Amanda Lynn's.
Oh,
Oh, I missed it. I
You
slept
missed it.
right
Between her
through.
and
me
Ash,
too.
I thought I was going to die, but I would die laughing. So that I guess that's good, right?
Yeah.
my girlfriend
Yeah.
did the same thing to me. She sent me a meme, and it was something like, I've been
I love
in trouble for saying the word F you. And she said, so we got an FU bus. Are you coming aboard? I'm the bus driver. So I go, yeah. I says, as a matter of fact, I'll take 2 seats. And then I answered her back and I go, no, fuck yeah. As a matter of fucking fact, I'll take 2 fucking seats. And she said she laughed so big, she almost peed her pants. And her husband was like, what's so funny? And she goes, none of your business because you're not getting on my bus.
Remy, oh my God, last night Ash was spamming the chat with every insect on the planet to say,
What?
here's my dad. No, here's my uncle. Here's my the butterfly. Shit.
Oh,
That
my
was
God.
good. That's good to say that.
Ash is hilarious.
I
Ash
was gonna
is
die.
I
hilarious.
know. She should be a comedian, I'm telling you.
I watched Randy for a little bit, and then I started watching that show Schitt's Creek on Netflix.
Oh, it's hysterical.
How is it?
Oh
good?
I've
my
never seen that.
I
It
wanted
is
to watch
so
hysterical.
funny.
My
Is
husband
it?
told me about that show, but I've never watched it.
I never
Oh,
did
it's so,
either.
oh,
I
it's
want-
so funny, y'all. It's 30-minute shows. It's like a sitcom kind of.
Yeah.
But it's 30 minutes, and they are so funny.
Who's
I was like,
meowing?
That's
So
my
that was
sister's
nice.
ringtone
just
on her
Oh.
phone.
Huh?
And my dogs hear it and they lose their shit. My sister's ringtone is a little cat meowing.
Yeah. I'm like, who's meowing?
Leo, what time do you go to the vet, honey? Or we
Sorry,
not go?
his appointment's at 9:45.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, good.
By the way, there's good news for Nanya and her mama.
Oh, yeah. She got the test results back. Now, Sue, you know this. I'm going to talk to you about this.
Okay.
She has diverticulosis.
Diverticulitis.
She's got diverticulitis, but what this is diverticulosis. They said
Losis?
lotus.
Like a flower?
Diverticulosis. I guess
Okay.
that's how they explain it. And they said she has polyps
Yeah.
by her, rectum.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Those fill up with blood.
Okay.
And that's where she's losing the blood. After all these years of going through, I can't tell you the years my mom went through test after test after test. Why is she losing blood? Why does she have to have blood transfusions? They could never find out why until they did this test, and they found it and said, you have these polyps by your rectum and they fill up with blood.
Mm-hmm.
And then you lose it when you go to the bathroom.
Right.
Now, it's not bad enough to get to operate on,
Mm-hmm.
so they're going to leave it. What do you think? Yeah, she's 82 years old, man.
What do
So
I think? Do you really want to know what I think?
absolutely.
I think we have death panels in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Sarah Palin was laughed at about it. And it's, I
Yeah.
believed it was going to happen when she talked about it. And when they told my mother at 80, she no longer had to have mammograms because of her age. I guess that they're just telling her that it's okay. I mean, if you got cancer, you can go ahead and die.
See,
No big deal.
that's what I'm saying.
I think that, given enough, I mean, if insurance is not going to cover it, they're not going to cover it. I mean, you can absolutely go at them.
Insurance. They've
Well,
got very good insurance.
But here's the deal. You can have great insurance, but those people that sit on the phones
Yep.
and get your cases can determine whether or not you get procedures.
Oh my God.
They're not always medical professionals. There are RNs that decide those things. I would lean into it and I would put some pressure and just say, okay, well, have you gone over the cost of how much transfusions are going to cost? How often she's going to have them?
Right,
What
'cause
happens if she hemorrhages?
She gets them every she used to get them every 3 months. Every 3 to 4 months.
She'd have a transfusion?
She'd have to have a transfusion because she would lose that much blood.
Right.
And she got dizzy. That's the other thing. And I said, did they check your blood? And they told her it was fine. She didn't need a transfusion. Her blood levels were okay. But I go, they're not okay if you're bleeding through your rectum. She says, well, it's not constant. It stops, but that's what it does. It'll start for a little bit and then it stops.
Right.
Okay.
But over time,
yes,
there's blood loss. And at her age, how fast is her body replacing that?
right.
Probably not.
No,
So, and then
she has to be on ginormous iron pills.
I would ask them, and then also not only that, but every time she gets a blood transfusion, she's getting an IV. She's getting a large bore needle to be able to get the blood. So, the risk of and going into a situation, especially under COVID, you're looking at nosocomial infections you obtain in the hospital or clinic. And so she risks infection and other issues having these transfusions. Why not just go ahead and fix the problem?
Right. Because they're not that bad. And I'm like, to me, when I hear that, what do you mean they're not that bad? It was bad enough for her to go to the hospital, wasn't it?
Yep. What about one day when she has maybe a really terrific incident with bleeding and she gets off the toilet, gets lightheaded, stands
what
up,
happened.
smacks her head into the toilet or the tub?
That's exactly what happened.
Then are they not so bad then?
Right.
Or they're not bad enough?
That's
Okay.
why she went, because she couldn't get off the toilet because she was so dizzy. And then here's my dad with that.
Oh, yeah, when your dad was trying to get her up.
Get her up.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
And then I said to her, this is before I knew, but I go, Dave lives 2 minutes, my brother. Why didn't you just call him? He would have helped, whatever, because I thought she fell and she couldn't get up.
Mm-hmm.
And she really softly goes in the phone and she chuckled and she's like, I was on the toilet. And I go, oh, okay. And then my brother's like, okay, Mom, pried your mouth open, went through all kinds of shit when you weren't breathing. I don't think there's nothing I haven't seen.
Exactly,
know?
Amanda. I would lean into it and I would say, I'm sorry, this isn't acceptable.
Right.
I'm going to appeal it or whatever I need to do, but, or have a med review of it. because this is ridiculous. You know,
I'm talking to my
But what
brother
are the
today.
cons, though? Could the cons of removing them? I mean, could maybe she bleed out if they removed them? I mean, what are the cons for her
she's
age?
not on any blood thinners or anything, is she?
No blood thinners. She's just on iron because she loses iron. She
Yeah.
loses a lot of iron, so she has to be on iron.
Okay.
And that's the reason, when she loses blood, you have no iron, and that's
Right. Right.
So ever
Wow.
since they put her on the iron, she's been fine, and she hasn't, knock on wood, had a blood fusion, and oh my gosh, in over a year. So, but now it's starting, and like I said, it starts when she's dizzy, she's lightheaded. That tells me right there, okay, she's losing blood. And that's what I told her. I said, you were dizzy. You were lightheaded. Mom, you want to get another doctor anyway? I would. Just, do what you have to do because she doesn't like this. Doctor was given to her when her doctor retired.
Yeah.
And she doesn't like her. So my brother even said, we're looking for a new doctor. I don't like her attitude. I don't like anything about her.
I know. I've had such a crappy time with doctors since my most favorite doctor died of melanoma. Oh, and he was so good looking.
Really?
Oh, so hot. Loved his wife, but oh God, I like looking at him. It's like, are you sure you don't want to be my OBGYN? He's like, stop it. Come on. Please.
But I'm just glad she's coming home today. And she said she does feel a little better. And I'm like, okay, but I'm going to be watching her like a hawk. And so is my brother, because both of us are like, I don't think she should be,
Yeah, you need to go with your gut. You need to go with your gut on whether,
because she's been having this issue with low blood. Oh my God. The reason why she had a hysterectomy is because when she would bleed, she would actually have hemorrhage. And they did 4 DNCs on her in 2 years. And finally they said, that's it. You need a hysterectomy. So to me, she's always had this issue. And then when they were trying to find out 10 years ago and doing all these tests, you don't know the hospitals she was going to and the tests that they would put her through. And we just don't understand it. We can't find it.
For the diverticulitis or?
Yes. And it's for her losing the blood. They said that she loses it in such trace amounts, very small amounts of blood, that it just over time. Yeah. Okay. So if she's losing it through the polyps or however, I don't know how that works.
Well, to me, if it's trace, why are you getting blood transfusions every 3 months if it's trace?
Exactly.
That's not trace.
And
you know what I mean?
Like I said, she hasn't had it in a year and a half. She has not had any
Oh, that's
transfusion.
been a pretty good long time then.
Yeah. And then when she does get a little, I think she gets dizzy, they check her iron and then they up her iron or do what they have to adjust her levels back, and then she's okay. Or they tell her, what are you doing? Don't get yourself stressed out. What are you eating? You're doing,
the diet is the main thing.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yes.
And I get it that it's hard. I mean, my ex-mother-in-law had diverticulitis, and Jesus, she was a little bit of a hypochondriac, and she would, okay, God forgive me, rest her soul. But, she would find the most inopportune times to eat a whole batch of strawberries. And I was like, but you know that the babies have a birthday coming up and now we're in the hospital.
Yeah, because you can't eat the seeds.
Because you're attention seeking and I'm going to kill you. You can't eat them.
Yeah.
I know, but I just thought, what did you think? It was healed? Did you go see the Pope? I don't know they're still there. I don't know.
And so my brother's like, well, now we know where the origin it's coming from. And now we know, what's making her lose the tiny bits of blood and I said, but I'm the type of person to do something about it. I don't understand why. And that's what I'm going to, and I don't want to get my mom aggravated, but the first thing I say is, Mom, I mean, get it done.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And she's going to go, well, they said, well, screw what they said. I would
Yeah.
just tell him, I want this done. I'm tired of being tired all the time. I'm tired of, getting dizzy and having to get little like more iron put in or
Hey,
shots.
Shauna.
So
Yeah, it's annoying. Because you do. I mean, it saps your energy. Blood loss is, man, that's your life force. Just,
yeah, that's what I said.
wake and bake.
I was awake and baking.
Loofah.
Oh, wake and bake.
Loofah's waking and baking.
Must be fun. So that's it.
Mm-mm-mm.
At least she's coming. She's coming home today. So when I think get a chance over the weekend, I'm going to jump over there and see how she is. And
Ems, how
Oh,
old
he
was
can
she when they
bake.
found that first mass? That would, oh my God, that would piss me off. I'm feeling you, girl.
2 millimeters. Oh my
Well,
God.
she was reading through the scans and found that they had noticed a spot on his lung before she even met him.
And they didn't do
Are
anything.
you serious?
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
God. I'm livid right now.
Oh yeah, that's an issue. That's a big
Yeah.
issue.
Oh my
I'd-
God.
I'd be angry.
Sue,
Oh
you'd be
my
walking
God,
in there saying,
Ems.
yeah, exactly. Come
Wow.
on. Wow is right.
Yeah, that's shitty. But you know what? Here's one thing, though. It's hopefully a slow grower. Although that doesn't solve anything because it was way back then and now it's the size it is. So that's shitty. But
How big is it now?
there's that tiny little silver lining that, okay, maybe 2 millimeters back then and now it's huge.
Oh my God.
Because when they did that, my mom was having problems like with her back. She hurt like when she couldn't take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Well,
Really?
she
Oh,
went and
wow.
got a chest X-ray, and they found 2 spots on her lung.
Oh wow.
Well, they gave her some medicine because my mom, she don't smoke or anything, but she gets bronchitis all the time. And 2 years ago, she had pneumonia. Well, the pulmonologist said, well, let me give you this. And she had just gotten over bronchitis. So he said, let me give you these antibiotics and this and this and this, and then we'll do another CAT scan and see where it's gone. Well, they got smaller. So then he said, well, I'm going to go ahead and do a PET scan just to be safe because it didn't go all the way away. And I just want to be safe. So they did a PET scan and thank God it came back okay. Nothing lit up. But these doctors, man, they don't. Sometimes it's like, what are you thinking? Especially when it's in a major organ like that.
Right.
What happened
Why would you?
when you had these issues and they would take it out right away or do something? What happened to that? Is the insurance, has it gone that
I have no idea, but that's
far
ridiculous.
south? I mean, really?
Okay, so the lymph nodes in the neck, none under the arm that they know of, Ems. That's just crazy. That
Oh my God.
Yeah, I kind of wish we could go back to the days of think the worst first and then go in there after it and then don't find anything or just
Exactly.
little
Yes.
something
Exactly.
instead of
Yes.
doing 700 procedures before you get to the one you should have done in the first damn place. And now
Mhm.
you're beyond saving. It's like, fuck.
Almost
Now
like
he's
they
got to
do it
go
on
through
purpose.
all this chemo and crap.
Yeah.
Where before
Yep.
they may have just been able to take that out
And
and
be
it
done.
would have been fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What idiots, man. Oh, I'd be livid.
Yeah.
I would be.
Raising hell.
And then they wonder
Yeah.
why their malpractice insurance is so high.
Yep.
Well,
Thank
Right.
you.
idiots.
Right.
Pay attention to
In
what you're
different
doing.
areas. God.
That's
Yeah.
I mean,
what I
we
said.
trust these people.
Well,
We trust them.
We do. I mean, your doctor is like the one. Who else? If you can't trust your doctor, where do you go from there?
Well, I'll tell you this, Ems. Being in this nasty, filthy freaking industry that I've been in for as long as I have, you don't know how blessed you are that you got that little piece of information that you got.
Amen.
Because there are nurses and doctors who come over those reports before patients and lawyers get their hands on them. Trust and believe. So that was a blessing in disguise that you got that. I mean,
Different areas. Oh my God. Oh God.
mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, they should have been monitoring it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
at the very least.
Right.
Did he know? Did they ever tell him, hey, you got this little thing going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's just crappy. This is why I'm such an asshole. This is why I don't ever go. It's like nobody calls me to go to the doctor or the hospital with them until the very last, when they're really angry. And then they're like, will you go with me? Because they know what
That's
I'm
my
going to
mom.
do.
That's
No,
my
but
mom
you know
and dad,
what?
too.
You
'Cause
need,
I'm
I'll
the
show
you
my
need
butt.
more people like you to do
Yeah,
that.
I'll show my
Really,
butt.
you need to
That's
go
what
in
we
there,
could do, Leo's wife. We'll start our own business.
right?
Patient advocacy
Let's go.
united. Let's
I'll do
do
it
it.
in a minute.
Exact. You guys would
I'll
bank
travel across the country and just go in there rolling like a steamroller.
like
Or
Aaron
you did it for
Brockovich.
Mike. Didn't you do it for Mike one time?
Oh
They
God, yeah.
weren't going to let you sleep in the hospital, or they were
Yeah.
going to wake him up.
Oh,
Like,
it went downhill really quick. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't get any more bills from that hospital. Yeah, we did not. Got no more calls, no more nothing.
Good.
I can
They
imagine.
told him he didn't think it was a big deal because they didn't make a big deal out of it, which they should have.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't go over the cliff with it, but I mean, at least say this is something I'm just kind of curious about. It's not something that's supposed to be there, so let's just keep an eye on it.
Well, let's keep an eye. Yeah, that's the thing. Let's keep an eye on it. We don't think it's anything, but come back in 3 months or in 6 months and let's do
Yeah.
another CAT scan.
Right.
Something.
Or
I
let's
mean,
go ahead
check
and
up
let's
on
go
it.
ahead and now do a PET scan. Okay.
Right.
It's not invasive.
No.
I mean, damn.
Like she said here, yep, they told him it. He didn't think it was a big deal, so never thought about it again.
Right.
So yeah, if your own doctor says it to
Yeah,
you,
of
you
course he's
trust
going to
him.
believe him.
Right.
I can understand. Hey, Jenna Moon.
That makes me nervous because you have a spot on your thyroid gland.
Listen, I will say this,
Yeah.
and y'all don't come for me, okay? But I'll say this: thyroid. If you have to have a cancer, thyroid is the one to get.
My mom had thyroid.
They take it out, you're done.
Yep.
My
That's it.
cousin had thyroid cancer, and she's still alive. She
My dad
never-
had prostate. Yeah.
My
And that's
daughter's
like when
had
my
it.
dad was
That's the only thing
diagnosed
they
with
found
prostate.
wrong with me. Like, they found an anomaly with my thyroid. When I got my blood test, because I have to get blood tests every once in a while for the medication I'm on. And they said, oh, something about your thyroid is up. So they took complete blood tests and they didn't find anything. But
You're right, Shauna. It is a
I'm like,
big.
what
It's
is
a
that?
dying. She
I was
said it.
freaked out.
Patient advocacy is a dying art.
Hi, Jenna.
Well, common sense has left the building completely.
Frick yeah.
Swear to God, I've never seen anything like it. It's like, who is running the show? Because when I first started, it was
People
good.
with money, rich people who
It
can
is,
buy
and
it
they're
off.
and they're buying, they're buying up hospitals and nursing homes and all these places, and
Yep.
they
It's
get
all
to
about
set,
money.
and then they get into these positions where they can get with insurances and say, let's do it like this. And lobbyists,
Lobbyists.
lobbyists, they need to stay the hell out of Washington.
Thank you. I was just going to say that. They need to stay out.
Please.
Stay out of it.
It's ridiculous.
Totally.
And they're like,
Well,
well,
and
here's
what's so sad is you have so many people who do not have anybody to advocate for them.
Right.
right.
And these elderly people, they go to these doctors and they don't know what these people are talking about. They do whatever they want to these elderly people.
Yep.
And they
do.
go with it because they don't know any better.
That's
Right.
true. And then
And-
your younger generation, they don't
They
want
don't
to hear
know.
any bad news.
Right.
They
Right.
think they're going to live forever. It's no big deal. They don't go back,
Right.
I mean, and half of these elderlies, look at, they don't, what if they don't have, they didn't
Family.
have children, right. They don't have family. They don't have kids that could help them out with it. So they just rely on whatever they say. And
a tiny spot on lip, never did a biopsy.
it sucks. You guys, I gotta go. I gotta go do my rounds.
Okay, honey.
Nanya. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for the update.
Thank you guys, and I'll be talking to you, baby dolls, soon.
I
right.
hope
Yeah.
Amanda kept her live up so I can go
All
watch.
right. Well, give your mom love from us.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
we
much,
love
everybody.
you.
You have no idea how much I love you guys for just being there for me. So
And
thank
she's
you.
in our
Oh, no
prayers, honey.
problem.
Thank you, Sue. I love you
Always
guys.
here.
Love you
Bye.
all very much. I mean it too.
I love you
Love you,
too.
Mina. Ciao.
Love you too.
Love you, Mina. Ciao.
I love you, chat, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.
Bye, you too.
Kisses. Bye.
I was so tired last night at 8 o'clock. I went to bed. I was done till this morning. I didn't get up till 7 o'clock this morning.
I tried to finish watching my medical show, License to Kill, and I fell asleep again, like the same place. It pisses me off, but I finished it this morning.
I do that with what do you call it? Dead Files. I'll fall asleep and then I'll go play it again from the beginning, and I'll fall asleep at the exact same spot. So I never see the end.
Okay, wait, your mom had colon cancer and they found a tiny spot on her liver. They did a biopsy of the liver, just took that half out, and it came back cancer free. So what did they tell her after that, Baby Beauty? Because it messed it up? Because they didn't. I'm confused. Like, that's new. Not.
I can't see chat. So anybody's chatting with me. I'm sorry.
Oh, they're all talking to you. Oh my God.
Yeah,
See
she's
what they're
just being
saying.
rude.
I'm kidding.
Because I put my makeup on and I'm like, I just thought about that. I was like, gosh, I hope nobody's talking to me because I can't see. So I'm sorry.
My camera is not going near the way on this morning. I'm just, oh God.
Well, I needed to put a little bit of makeup on so I look somewhat human.
I have got to do all the stuff that I put off yesterday, having an 8-hour live.
I bet. I finally got my
Oh my
office.
God. My butt was so sore from sitting in this chair so long, but it was so much fun yesterday. We had so much fun.
Jenna Moon. What's up, Jenna Moon?
Hey, Jenna.
Uh-oh.
Always takes a while for her. Usually she has to hop down and then come back up.
She has to put the hamster on the wheel to run her internet. That's what it is.
Bonus.
That's right. She's got
Yeah,
hamsters on the
that's
wheel.
it. That's it.
I'm gonna tell y'all the best concealer in the whole world is Elf concealer.
What
Elf.
is it? Elf.
It's like $2 and some odd cents at Walmart, and it is the best concealer you can buy.
L or Elf?
Elf, ELF.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna have to find some of that.
Do
Yeah.
they make?
I love
I
Elf
love it.
concealer. It's the best concealer.
$2? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's my kind of money to spend.
And I like their
I really like all
Have you
their
ever
makeup
watched-
actually
Have you
because
ever
they have
watched
all.
what's her name? Jeffree Star, and he's a he, right? You've never
Right.
I
watched
don't
him?
watch.
He
Yeah, I
went
don't
to he went to the Dollar Tree one time and got a whole bunch of makeup from the Dollar
And
Tree
liked it.
and liked the makeup he got at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
He just got a bunch of makeup, like I can't remember what he got, concealer and eyeshadow and stuff, and used it, and he looked awesome.
Well,
So
I
it's not
want to
always the
say,
expensive stuff that's the best
I
stuff.
want to say I started using. I found out about the Elf concealer from M's. I think when she used to do her makeup mornings or Monday makeup or whatever. I want to say
okay.
she's the one that turned me on to the Elf concealer. But I love it. It works so good.
I don't use it though.
I've
Like
never, I
concealer.
don't use it a lot, but I'm gonna start.
I use it under my eyes.
You don't even need makeup.
Bologna sausage. Yes, I do.
Bologna sausage. Guess what I found out? I forgot to tell y'all this. This is earth breaking. Breaking news. You heard it here
Oh,
first.
God. Here
When we
go.
went to the lake a couple of weekends ago to look at that property, remember?
Uh-huh.
So there's this really darling Irish chick there that's with the realtor walking us through this little camp, right? And she's adorable. She goes, yeah, I even got them. She owns several restaurants in Texas and Louisiana. She said, I even got them eating haggis. I said, ew. She goes, what do you mean, ew? And I said, ew, haggis. She goes, it's boudin. I said, shut the fuck up. She goes, yeah,
Is it
same
really?
thing. Yeah. So it's the same thing, except they don't use rice, they use wheat.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Do you know what boudin is?
Boudin and sausage.
It's
I've
no,
heard my mom talk about it, but I've
It's
never.
like,
Actually, really good.
it's almost like a rice dressing with like sausage or hamburger or whatever, but you make a
Deer meat.
rice
That's how
sausage,
My
and
son-in-law used
put it in
a casing.
a casing,
No, thank you.
And then no, listen, you
Good.
don't eat the casing. You cut that up. They boil it like that, and then you heat it up. You can put it on the grill. You can do whatever, but you cut it up and you like take the rice dressing out of it and put it on crackers or eat it however you want to eat it. But it is freaking so good, and it's a Cajun thing. But over there,
They
it's
call it
haggis,
haggis.
and they
I always
used to
thought
put it
haggis,
in
they put it
intestine
in this
casing.
big fat thing, and it's like round haggis. Everybody's quiet.
Oh no, I'm
No,
reading.
that they make it differently. They don't make it to look like sausage links. They make it to look like this big round ball. That's how they do it over there. Amanda, I missed your live last night, but I heard it was awesome.
Oh, M's.
Oh,
Oh,
she's
on
done
her way
from
to
the
the
doctor.
doctor. She's on the way
Yeah,
to the doctor today. Good luck, honey.
Who's going to the doctor? Oh, Amanda.
Mandolin.
I love you,
Good
honey.
luck. And Ems, when my mom had lung cancer, she had on her left upper lobe. Hers went up her collarbone, just like you're saying about your husband, and hers went around her carotid artery. So when they they couldn't remove it because it was wrapped around her carotid artery. They had to try to shrink it 1st with not chemo, but with radiation. And they were able to shrink it, and they were able to get it shrunk enough where it wasn't around her carotid artery. And they were able to remove the mass and half of her left upper lobe. But I know your husband's is a little different because it's in both lungs. And my heart just breaks for you, Ems. I'm so sorry.
Me too. And he's so young. He's only 43.
Look, true crime junkie. Girl after my own heart. Boone has the best. Timmy Ray knows.
Amanda, I think I'll wait until the chat loads because the chat takes forever to load.
I'm fixing to put these dogs outside and leave them there for the rest of the day because they're driving me crazy.
Hi, Bailey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sweetie.
Hi, Bailey. Do you want to go outside? Because I'll be right back.
She was mad the other day because her dogs climbed under the fence. Her neighbors. Oh, Lordy. Hello. I'm going to say hello to everybody I missed because I probably missed. Oh, hi, Shauna. I didn't see you. I'm still tired from yesterday. It was such a long live. Oh my God. Did you guys know that I was on for 8 hours yesterday?
I had done some stuff. You were on your normal time. You were done some stuff. I went and did stuff. I hopped on and I saw you guys were still on. And I was like, well, I got some more stuff to do. I hopped off. I came back on and you were still live. I was like, holy crap. And then when it ended, I looked and it was 8.5 hours. I was like,
oh. It was till like almost my husband. I had to start making dinner for my husband. It was like 4 and I kept trying to get off, not get off the bad way. But I knew he was going to be coming home. So, but we were having so much fun. It was just like a fun live, it was nothing, crazy, but it was fun. We had fun. Oh, Jenna jumped off. So what time are you working today, Ms. Damina? I started to get offended. I was starting to get offended. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, here she comes. Hey, Jenna, you quit doing that. I'm going to have to start tying you down, lady. Oh, yeah. Who's Kelly the Advocate? Why am I getting? Oh. Why is it so quiet? Jenna.
Jenna.
Jenna takes a while to start talking on here. I don't know why. Whenever she comes up, it takes her a while. I don't wear makeup. I have nowhere to go. I put a little bit on in the morning when I go live, but if I'm going to put my camera on. But this morning, no way, no how am I going to put my camera on.
Yeah, I don't wear makeup if I'm just,
Me neither.
I only wear it if
It's too expensive.
I only wear it like once a week usually.
When you
When I
go
do all
running,
my errands, and sometimes I don't even do
Sorry,
that.
I pushed the button. I pushed the button. I freaking went to X out of comments, and I X'd out of the whole StreamYards.
Is your
Sorry.
internet working good though?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, good.
don't get me wrong. I pay top dollar for high speed internet. Mind you, I'm doing the quotations with my fingers as I say that.
Yeah, but you
Because
live out in the country too, so it's different when you live out in the country.
I do. I mean, it works. Don't get me wrong, but it just takes a minute sometimes, and sometimes it cuts off and cuts back on. But no, my internet's working. No,
That's good. Have you done any crime lives or crime
no,
videos?
I haven't. I did. My last live was kind of, sort of drama, sort of, kind of autism live, and that was.
I saw that one.
Yeah, and that was the last one. I've been working on the autism one, so I'm doing research on that and coming
You
up with
guys
questions and
haven't
stuff. So I'm hoping this weekend. I'm
If you
hoping
guys
this
haven't
weekend.
subbed to Jenna, please sub to her because she has an awesome channel.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you,
hoping.
thank you,
this
thank you.
weekend
If
to be
someone
able
can
to
post
go
her
live.
link in here, I would appreciate it big time.
Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I'm hoping to go
Thank you,
live
thank
this weekend. Hopefully Saturday. That's usually been my go-to is either Saturday or Sunday. It's like one of those, the only one that I actually stay consistent with. During the week, it's kind of a hit or miss if I go live, but usually on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday is a give me. So I'm hoping I can get together with Remy and Galloway Girl and a couple other people that emailed me, and we can go live this
Oh, that'll
weekend.
be awesome. I need to did I tell you yesterday that this is funny because two of my grandsons, the youngest ones, have been diagnosed with ADHD. They're not on the spectrum, but they have to take this medication. Well, they recommended this medication for them to take, and they're like capsules, and they have little tiny balls inside.
Yeah, you were telling us yesterday how they split
Opened
it.
it up, put it on his plate, and was trying to take the little balls one at a time. Like his mom said,
You know how people get misdiagnosed all the time. Do you know some people that have autism, that's the first thing they get diagnosed with is ADHD? How
Yeah.
weird is that?
Well, they had to go to therapists. They had to go to therapists first, both of them. And it's really weird because it's both my son and daughter's youngest, like my son's only and my daughter's youngest. And the my daughter's son is also diagnosed with sensory issues. He has like a problem with noises and stuff like that. Like I don't know.
Oh,
that.
great. Okay. I'll write you in Discord, Remy. But yeah, usually when I go live on the weekends, I usually go live around 8 anyways, because that's when my house isn't as crazy. I don't have my husband coming out, my kids coming out. The dogs are finally, ready to relax. So I like to do lives like that when it's quiet in my house. So I'm not like, hold on, I got to let the dog out. Hold on, my husband needs something. Hold on, the grandbaby's out here.
I'm
So
coming to your house, True Crime.
Yeah.
Junkie. She's got crawfish.
Broiled crawfish is my life. We have hundreds of acres of crawfish ponds.
Yes.
Oh, Misdemeanor's coming to visit you. She loves crawfish.
I'm right around the corner.
And they're a pain in the butt.
What?
I don't
Crawfish?
I've tasted them, but I found them to be fishy tasting. I tasted them once. But we bought them at the grocery store, so they had already been frozen. So they probably taste different than when they're fresh.
You need to go to a crawfish bowl. Y'all just need to come down
I don't
here.
know if we don't have them here. Not in Pittsburgh.
Change the subject again, but that Elf makeup line, they're amazing. Like it's not just their foundation. They do eyelashes. They do eyeshadow. They do all kinds. I like their product, and I get it at Family Dollar. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
cheap,
have
but I
their
love their product.
yeah, I have their bronzer. I mean their what do you call it? Their
You could
contour
keep it.
palettes. I have 2 of their eyeshadow palettes. I have and their primer. I use their primer and I use their
Get up here.
their concealer.
Yes, Ems, please come up. I know you said you were going to come up, but come up.
But I know for sure I'm about 100. I'm about 90% sure I learned that from M's actually, because
I
I
think
think
that's where I learned mine was from Ems because she was doing a
But
concealer.
she doesn't like crawfish, so I no longer trust
she
her.
did. Yeah, because she did that that one that you get at the fancy place, that tape that
Yes.
what is
Yep.
I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, and when she told me, she said something about elf, I'm like, heck, I'm gonna go try that because I'm all about inexpensive makeup. I've never walked inside of Sephora or a what's the other one? Sephora and
Yeah, I don't buy makeup that is. I've never bought like Jeffree Star palette that's
no,
$65 or
Hell no.
the whatever you just said because I can't say it.
Sephora and
Thank
I
you.
can't
Yeah,
remember the other place.
you know,
We have the
I
other
have
one here. I just
mine has always been like pharmacy.
drugstore makeup. Yep, me
Yeah,
too.
The only
always.
thing that I do buy that is remotely expensive is my foundation, which is Bare Minerals, and I love it.
I use whatever this is. This is
I bought some cover up, it's the one that they show on Facebook and stuff, and it's supposed to cover all your blemishes and stuff. And that stuff was like putting cement on my face. It was
oh yeah,
so
I can't
thick.
stand
I was
Like
like,
the old
"You
Merle
need to
Norman
take
stuff.
it out of the bottle." It was like
Pancake makeup.
cement in my hand. I'm like, I am not putting that on my face. But they did that commercial where it covered up every blemish, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try that. And it
Oh, was
really
that
was
the
like,
one that showed where it covers up like freckles and it covers up
yeah,
scars
and
and it covers up?
tattoos.
that
Yeah,
one. It was like
yeah.
cement on your face. Swear to God, it was way
Ems,
too thick.
Ems
Yeah.
is going to do a thing about Amazon products that don't work. I can't wait because I
And
have
that
got a
do.
product.
And that are
I've
good.
got a product for you. I'm going to be on that.
I think we should do a Wish fashion show. I think everybody ought to look up a really cute outfit or they think is a cute outfit on Wish, order it, and
Ben,
we should do a fashion show. Hey, Ben.
I haven't
Morning,
seen
Ben.
you. in a while. I hope everything's good with you, Ben. I haven't.
Ben, why are you leaving so fast? You having a
You know,
problem? Hello, hello, hello. That's my Mrs. Doubtfire impression.
She's cute.
Hello.
She's so cute. Especially when she sets her boobs on fire.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. And she puts them out with those
I
hand
love
covers.
it when
I
she
love that
dances
movie.
with the broom in the vacuum. When she's dancing with the broom in the vacuum, that's
Yeah.
the best part for me.
I
I love
am glad I'm closer to Louisiana, Timmy, but that's about as far as it goes being in Texas. No, I do love Texas for a lot of reasons. The heat would be the one that.
Oh,
is
Ems
not-
is going to have an Amazon outfit.
It
that I
might be.
guess you could wear a paper sack and look good. Get out of here.
I know, right?
It will be a good
She
distraction.
would-
It's like
she'd
a
make-
size 5 soaking
She would
wet.
make Wish clothing look good.
Yeah, she would make a sack of potatoes sack look
No,
good.
I know, but it would be a good distraction for her too.
Yeah.
Going live and doing makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, she did that one live that afternoon. We were all up on her panel and it was fun. We were all laughing and we had a blast. So, Ems, get up on my panel.
I know.
Hi, Jason.
I don't think I've been on Em's panel. I think the first time she tried it out, I came up, and all of us came up because she wanted to know how to do it from her phone. And then
Yeah.
the second time I went on her panel, I ended up not being able to stay. Each time I haven't been able to stay on her panel.
Yeah, it's different doing on your phone because I never did it on my phone. Then I did the thing from the graveyard. I did a live from the graveyard just to try it.
Yeah, it is
I
kind
wasn't a
of like
fan.
your computer. You still have to copy and paste it, but you can't stick it in
But it's like weird because
StreamYards. You have to
the way it works way different. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Jenna. I apologize. I'm bad for that. Ask misdemeanor.
No, you're
I'm
good.
always
It
interrupting.
does.
She
Like
said Ems would need a
on the
link.
picture,
Oh.
the person shows
Ems,
up.
it's in mod chat, I think. Maybe I put it in the wrong chat.
And do the second link. The first
Yeah,
one,
it's in my chat.
she put a second link if you scroll down.
Oh, I'm just gonna put another link in the chat. I know what she looks like.
Yeah, because I tried the first link too, and it
There.
didn't work. But then I
I
saw
know.
you.
You know what? It was one from my past. Oh, there she is. Hey,
One from
ma'am.
your past.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, babe? How you doing? I know.
I'm all right.
Sure, you have your moments. You know, I'm sure it's like a roller coaster for you. You have your moments.
Is your hubby at
Yeah.
work?
This morning he's not. No, he took some time to go handle some things.
My mom had her long, she worked because she said it was a great distraction for her.
Mhm.
She would schedule her shifts around like her radiation and her chemo, but she
Yep.
was like, I would have gone insane if I didn't work because when
Yeah.
you're not working, that's all you're thinking about. So she
I worked
loved
through
this.
mine.
Mhm.
So in the beginning, like when I first got sick, at first I didn't know exactly what it was. So it was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I had like 50 appointments, close together. So I had to take off a little time for that. But then once they found out what it was and things started moving along, I worked all the way through it. But I had employers that, worked with me.
Yeah, see, that's how she had it. She went to her human resources and sat down with them, and they
Yep.
were really good with her working out a schedule because it was
Yep.
like after her chemo, like the third day, she'd feel like crap. The third day
Yep.
after, it wasn't
Yep.
like the first day, it wasn't the
Yep.
second, it was the third day.
I
And
always
so she was
scheduled
like,
mine on a Friday or
Yep.
maybe a Thursday sometimes. And I would suffer through the weekend, which it wasn't horrible like some people think it is. But I would schedule it, to where I was home on the weekend. And then by Monday, I still felt a little shitty, but they always put me on 5 days of steroids after. So they definitely helped too.
Yep. Yep, that's what helped my mom too, because it was weird. She would get ankle pains, like her feet and her ankles. She's like, I can't explain it to you, but it feels
Yeah.
like she would live in the bathtub, and she said it
Yep.
was so weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does he have an office job, Ems, or is he?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
No, he
that's
has.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's better. That he's
He's the
not.
boss too, isn't he? Is he the he's the boss?
He's second in line.
Yeah.
Second in line.
So that makes
I
it
don't
a
want to
little
say
bit
too much about
easier.
his work.
Right. But that makes it a little bit easier that he's not like, say, a doctor where he's on his feet and seeing people. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Or a restaurant manager or something like that, to where, he has to be around a lot of people all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he definitely. The part that's going to concern me is the germs and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, where he's at is going to be a hot spot for
Right.
stuff. So,
Right. Because you guys we're dealing with corona on top of
Yeah.
system being low. Now you were saying in the chat that they seen those spots on him a while ago.
So hang on a second, and I'll actually read you exactly what caught my attention. Okay. So they gave us these printouts each time they've done any scans or whatever, and it has like the study result, and then it has the findings, and then it has the impression at the end. And this was the first one that they did, let's see. And it talks about, everything that they found and the sizes of it and all that stuff. And there's a couple of parts in here that says like blah blah blah, increased in number, new since prior examination. And I'm like, new since prior examination? What prior examination are they talking about? So I started doing a little more digging because when you have like an E-chart, you can go back pretty far. So
Right.
before I met him, I don't know exactly what he had to. I mean, he's never had anything wrong with him, so I don't know why exactly he had to have a scan done. But for whatever reason, he had to have something done. Maybe he was sick or whatever. I don't know. But they noted that there was a very small 2 millimeter. They called it a nodule back then. A small 2 millimeter nodule on just one, and no, lymph node involvement, none of that. Just the 2 millimeter nodule. Never followed up on it ever.
That's crazy.
Ever.
See, that's how when I had my neck surgery, they had to do a CAT scan on my neck prior to surgery. And that's where they found a 2 millimeter mass on my thyroid gland. And
Yep.
I would have never known it. And the doctor's like, we found it. They did a biopsy. That was the most painful thing, is the biopsy, because they literally stick a needle through your neck.
Fine needle
Oh,
aspiration.
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna pass out.
And how did it go with your daughters last night? Oh, sorry, Jenna, I interrupted again.
No, it's okay. But they said that it was fine, that it was just a cyst. It wasn't tumorous or anything, but I have never gone back. And that's been 4 years. And now hearing that makes me want to go back and get it checked again.
Hey, Timmy.
Yeah, because now that 2 millimeter nodule is now a fucking softball, and now it's spread across both, and has gone into the lymph system. So had that have been followed up on, even if they just looked at it, every few years, even, it would have never gotten to this point.
Right.
Never would have gotten.
Timmy Ray, I wanted to tell you, I don't talk to that cousin unless I'm forced to by gunpoint, because he's a drunk and I can't stand him. But my mother thinks he's groovy. But I do have some really good FBI connections, so I'm glad you told me about that. And I think I only have one member in Dallas in my family anymore. Okay,
what's happening?
Carry on. Oh, he was telling me about cousin.
I have a question. Did they ever tell him that he had that?
Yep.
Back then?
He said that they did mention it, but it was no big deal. He said that, they did let him know that it was there, and that's that. They said they said that finding nodules on the lungs is like a pretty common thing that they uncover, randomly. But they've never mentioned it again. And it's not like he went outside of the hospital system. I mean, he's still with the same doctors that found that all those years ago. He's still within the same group. So it's not as though, records got lost or whatever. Nothing like that. They just never followed up on it.
How did your daughters take it? I know you were going to.
So we've only told. Yeah, I've only told one so far, and it was by my husband. My husband left paperwork sitting on the counter, and yesterday, you guys know, I drove to my dad's, and she read the paperwork. That was, and she's 18, so she's not a little girl that can't understand what that all says. So when I got back from my dad yesterday, I had to have a talk with her, and of course she's upset. I mean, who wouldn't be?
That's heartbreaking.
Like she's closer to him than she is to me at this point. I mean, she adores him.
And maybe, it just makes me wonder, you were saying, I think it was yesterday, you were saying that you were hoping to transfer him to your doctors. And with that mess up, I don't want to say mess up, but that overlooking, maybe it is better for you guys to definitely transfer him, because like you said, the same doctor, the same circle, and they kind of.
Well, when they did realize that it's as bad as it is, they did. He is seeing some better doctors now. But hang on a second. Hang on, don't say anything inappropriate.
Okay.
Hang on.
Go ahead.
I gotta mute. Hang on just a second.
Yeah.
What's up, kid?
Carla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so tired from yesterday. Like that was so
It was
long.
a good stream though,
Oh my
Carla.
God, we were laughing. So I'll tell you, after the stream was over, my stomach was sore from laughing. But it was long. It was so long. It was so long.
I haven't done a long stream like that in a long time. I don't think
I
you've
can't
ever
believe
done it that long.
It's never been 8 hours ever. I've never done an 8 hour stream ever.
I
Ever.
can't believe it's 9 o'clock and
There
my
she
kid is
is.
out of bed going to
Amanda.
a nail appointment.
Amanda, I thought I was going to
Teenagers
have a
and their
brain
nails.
seizure last night. I was laughing so hard.
You gotta beautify yourself, Mom. You know, you gotta make
My
the
Hi,
goodness.
Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Are you at the doctor's yet?
I think she said her appointment was 7:45. I think
Where
she
is
said.
Amanda? Is she?
All they
is
said was
like
you have to get
behind
an MRI. That's it?
me? MRI
They couldn't tell on
No other
her
plan?
X-ray.
early next week? Is she
How
gone?
could they not
Right.
tell on her X-ray if it was maybe because of nerve?
They're
The only thing I'm
they're
thinking
probably looking for
MRI is
soft tissue damage.
Amanda,
Yeah.
just call me Mandy Bell.
It's really
That's an
hard. There's so
8 hour
many
live.
bones. There's so many bones in the feet
Mm-hmm.
that
right.
with all because it just swells. The first response from the body is, oh shit. And it sends all this fluid and all the cells and everything to it. So, you kind of got to wait for that to calm down before you can really see how much damage is done.
Right. I think that's why, because with a break, they would be able to see it on the X-ray. MRI, obviously, they're looking for tendon damage and all
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Amanda, I'm ghosting Ash 274.
Amanda,
Don't
get
tell
up
her.
here.
Don't tell her.
I feel like so bummed now that I missed
Nobody
it.
does.
I have to. She nearly
I'm
made me
like
pee in my
so
chair last
bummed
night.
that I missed it. But I did get to see. I did
Swear
get
to
to see
God.
Bam Bam's, and Bam Bam's was so funny. If you guys haven't subbed to
Who
Bam
is
Bam's girl,
I've subbed to her, but it doesn't do any damn good because all of her videos are
I
down.
know.
What I
She was
gathered,
so funny.
is Bam Bam is like original OG drama from what
Yeah.
I've gathered through the chat.
But
I've
she
never
was
heard of her.
so funny. Like
Let
she
me
was
just
so
say
funny.
that y'all are asses because you're teasing me because I'll never get to see it because it was
Hey,
supposed to be. I was
Maggie.
supposed to see little clips
Hey.
on mandolins, but there were no clips on mandolins. I went and searched. I went and looked at that other person that I don't ever watch. There was nothing on there from Bam Bam.
Oh my
So
God.
y'all
So
just stop
funny.
talking about it. I'm gonna keep talking about last night on Amanda's.
Oh, I forgot. I was laughing so hard. I only talked about that bitch for 2 minutes, and then I was laughing. So
I freaking wanted to die. If she threw up one more
seen
insect and
clips.
said it was somebody's parent, I thought I was gonna just.
Misdemeanor. I saw clips on that person that we don't watch reaction live. There was clips on him. Did you look there?
I'll have to go and look.
Oh
there.
my God. She was so hilarious.
If you go to her reaction one, she has them up there.
Thank you,
I have to
Yeah.
find the
Samara.
reaction
I have-
first.
I gotta no matter what, I'm gonna have to be in a cast for 6 to
Yeah.
8 weeks, and then I'm gonna have to do what's it called?
Physical therapy.
Therapy, for therapy of my foot.
Oh.
But they want to go. They're doing an MRI because they're worried because it looks like there's like an actual chip out of my bone, and the nerves are back there and the tendons.
Oh.
So they did another X-ray this morning, and he said like he's not worried about the anywhere else, like as far as the healing goes. Like it looks like it's moving along. I'll have to get them every couple weeks.
Basically, you got a clean break on the rest of them, so he thinks they're going to heal nicely.
Yes, but the back one, it's like a chip is out of it, and there is nerve. That's where your nerves and your tendons are at. And he said, he doesn't like the way that it looked, but it could just be the X-rays. So he's gonna. My insurance has to okay it. Then they'll schedule it for early next week, and then, we'll go from there. He doesn't want to say like it is bad or it isn't bad because he can't tell without an MRI. So.
Right. Yep.
But if that's good, then if that's okay, then I won't need surgery. I'll just have to be in a cast. Then I'll have to do
physical therapy.
The therapy.
A hard
Yeah,
cast?
physical
Like a
therapy.
hard cast, not one of those boots.
Well, he said he doesn't like by the time that is done. It depends because COVID when they're going to do it. Like, if the MRI is like say it has to be late next week, I would have already been in the boot for like almost 2 weeks. He said so because I'm like begging him to stay in his boot, okay? And he's like, he's like, we'll reevaluate, just don't worry about it. So I don't know if he's just saying that to shut me up because y'all know I'm like kind of a big mouth. I was like, please let me just stay in the boot. So
boots have come along.
Really
they've come a long way. So I know a lot of the times people in a boot, they're given the option to either keep the boot or put a hard cast on. There really isn't a ton of difference these days. Unless you have
very you can
just her link. If you go scroll up a little, Samara just posted Bam Bam's link, Lady K. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Women,
you're
you
fine.
didn't know Mandy was trying to help out Ash 274 and she threw her off her roof.
Yeah.
And then she came up with some bullshit excuse that Amanda was stealing her freaking strawberry what was it? Fruit roll up.
I'm gonna watch it.
She doesn't even like the strawberry ones. It's bullshit. She's a fucking liar.
The
So,
chat
Amanda.
takes so long to load.
Yeah.
I want to watch it when it loads.
If you were at Ash 274's house and on her roof, what kind of voice changer is she using? Because she must have a really good one, man. Did
I'm
she
not
cook
allowed to
you
tell you
Mexican
guys. I'm not
food?
allowed to tell. It's in the computer. It's our
She's probably threatened her with further physical injury if she releases any more delicate information.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't want
sure.
to turn off the roof again, okay? Ems, I'll have to DM you.
No. Talk about it in your private Discord. You'll tell her privately in your Discord.
Yeah.
Hi, Vivian. Oh my God, you guys! I'm not watching it until the chat loads. Like I think that
Trust me.
YouTube takes like 4 days to
Yeah,
load
you have to see
the chat
that it's about the chat because the rest of it is just Amanda laughing her
I
ass
was
off.
laughing the whole time. I couldn't even get a sense out.
I love
Ash
Amanda's
was
laugh.
fucking with me all night because she knew I was nervous. So she was like, instead of like, because that person that we don't watch said, hey, if you see a butterfly, it means somebody died. So Ash was putting all these different like insects, like, oh, look, it's my uncle I hate. He's here.
Listen, it was worse than that. She's sitting in her car, right, tops down. Something flies in front of the car, and she goes, "Oh, look, it's my dead dad." And then everybody's like, "What?" Well, when somebody's dead, it's a butterfly. Then she goes, "No, it's really not a butterfly. It's what did she say it was? It was like a dragonfly. It wasn't even a butterfly."
Yeah,
it's like, dude, you can't even identify what the fuck's flying in front of your face.
What good news, Amber? What's up? What good news?
It's Friday. I can say fuck a lot today.
Yeah. Hey, if I get demonetized, it's no big deal. I get like 42 cents when I'm
right. So it's Say Fuck Friday. Can we change the title? Say Fuck Friday.
I'm fixing to go, guys. I will
prayers, Leo.
Let y'all know in Discord.
Leo's wife.
Okay.
Good luck,
Give us an update on puppy.
I will. Thank you. Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Thanks for coming up, sweetie.
Bye.
A snail. Yeah, she put a snail up for her uncle and she goes, I hate that son of a bitch. So, no, that's not my uncle. And then she puts a mosquito up and then starts this apology to the snail, which went on for a while.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she does hate her uncle too because she told me that he's an idiot.
Yeah.
What good news, Amber Kay?
That's
Amber
awesome,
yes.
Amber.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Thank God. Okay, good.
Hey, Smokey.
Did you guys see that video?
Hey, sexy.
The video of the father where the little girl was like, hey, dad's a pervert. Like, how eerie was that?
Yeah, right?
What's
That's so eerie.
What
Alyssa story.
What are we talking about?
Alyssa Turney story.
Yeah.
Damn. I wanted to know what happened to Amanda Lynn's how she broke her shit.
Let me tell you, I'll tell you, Smokey. Listen, so she went over to help, to be nice to Ash, got up on the roof to help her mow.
On the grass.
No, Ash pushed her off. And
no,
we
Ash
don't know
pushed
why.
off the fucking roof. We weren't going to tell anybody. And she comes in, grabs her big old mouth, and went all the way to Arkansas to mow this bitch's grass on the roof.
And
She
then
said,
it took
"Go,
her
teacher."
and said she had to do
She
it.
was standing
So-
on the roof, pointing at you, laughing at you.
Right, but
while
she
you
then
were
tells
on the
everybody,
ground.
she goes on a lion crusade, chat to chat to chat, telling everybody it's because Amanda stole her strawberry flavored fruit roll-ups. And we all know that's bullshit. She don't even like that flavor.
Hey,
They were on the
Smokey has
they were on the
Smokey.
roof
That's one of those stories that keeps on giving.
smoking
I
the
know
grass,
that is
and she
that
fell
is a
off.
story that keeps on getting- People are going to actually start believing it. We're
Jenna,
going to start believing
Jenna,
it.
I think you need to do a true crime on this one, honey. I think you need to.
I
Mhm.
wish my mom was alive.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
she would
I
Oh my
be
God, that would be so
thrilled.
hilarious.
We need to do
Yeah.
a true crime, honey. You're right.
Yeah, get to the
Yeah.
bottom of it. You start interviewing people. Amanda,
Yeah.
go interview her. So what really
Yeah.
happened, Amanda?
Damn
Yeah.
Bill 274.
No, really, I was going to the car, and my ankle went one way, I went the other. And the break is fine, like it's gonna heal okay, but I have to go get an MRI for the back of my foot because, like, the tendons and the nerves. If that's okay, then I'll just have to wear casts.
Whatever
get,
you do your physical therapy. Whatever you
Yeah.
do. Because I
God
broke my
bless
leg
your heart.
and I didn't do my PT. And now
Every
I walk
time
with
you
a
tell
limp.
that story, how it really happened, I point my toes. Like I'm like, oh my God, I can't just.
Yeah.
I know,
just can't imagine.
it's a noise you never forget. Like if you ever hear
I
like,
know the noise too. I know it.
I know.
Yeah.
I actually woke up and sweat. Like I fell asleep. And I woke up and pouring sweat, and I heard that in my freaking dream the other day, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
Oh my
no! Like,
Is it different
no.
colors? Is your where you broke it and stuff? Is it different colors?
Yeah, it's like on the back of my leg is a huge bruise where it's not even broken on the back of my leg, but it's
Yeah,
all
ain't
the way
that
up my leg
weird?
is a bruise.
Yeah,
That's where all that blood's settling.
So do you
Yeah,
take
that's right.
the boot off when you go to bed, or do you keep
No.
it on?
No, I'm not allowed to take
it
it
off.
off because he doesn't. When you're sleeping, you're moving around. But after
You got a
I
boot?
figure out, yeah, for now, and because I was going to get a cast today, so I had to get an MRI, and then he's like, I'm thankful because I don't want I'd rather have this big old boot on.
yeah. Hey,
'Cause I can at
man,
least save my
don't
legs
crutches suck. Crutches suck.
Oh, I know. I hate crutches. Ugh, I do have crutches too, but ugh.
Imagine, I'm telling you, the crutches, and you're a mom of a lot of kids, so you need it big time.
You know where it's going to hurt you with the crutches? My husband had to be on crutches
Under
too.
the
He said
arms.
underneath your arms and
Yeah.
back down there. He used to get like
Blisters.
Yes, Vivian, she
burn
heard the
marks.
crack.
He hated his crutches.
It was
Whenever he
terrible,
could, he'd
y'all.
just hop
Hey,
on
Sarah.
one leg.
You don't realize how much
Yeah.
you use a leg until you ain't got that sucker, and it sucks.
I
you
know.
break- have you
He said,
broken-
like, oh, when did you break your Smokey? Like a while ago?
Yeah, I broke my leg 3.5 years ago in a car wreck, and I didn't do the physical therapy, and like I went to the emergency room in the car accident and stuff, but they told me it wasn't broke, so I go trying to get around on it for 3 weeks, and then it swelled up. I had a leg that was like the top part of my leg was just as big as the bottom part of my leg. And I went back to the hospital, and they gave me a special X-ray where you kind of like are standing up, and man, it was thrashed, man. And then so see, I didn't, but see, I thought I was okay, so I didn't find out my leg was broken until about a month and a day, until after it was broke. So I done some damage to it,
Ugh.
And then they tried to get me to do physical therapy, but I couldn't be out of work like that, y'all. I got people that depend on me. So I went back to work, and yeah, man, that was the biggest mistake. I walk with a little bit of they call it the perk strut. Yeah.
Is it the
I got a
perk
little-
strut or is it the pimp strut? It's a
Yeah,
pimp
that's
strut.
what I call it. I call it my pimp
Pimping
leg.
ain't
Your pimp
easy.
strut.
Yeah. So like I got my own walk. I already had my own walk because I'm so hyper. But like now this just accented on it. When I walk, I'm like wham, wham, wham. Looking like Chris Kattan off Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tells all the ladies, well, if you had to lug this thing around, you'd walk this way too.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. Walk a mile in my shoes. Nah.
So I wonder if it takes long. It probably
Amber.
takes longer to heal if you've broken it in multiple places.
Y'all,
Plus,
it was terrible. And I could imagine. I know how much she's Like you really, when you think about, yeah, walking is a big thing, but I'm telling you, man, if you don't have use of your leg, it's a lot more. It involves everything from opening the mayonnaise to going to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking horrible. Like, and people got to do for you. Man, if I was you, I'd make them 6 kids. I'd be, yeah, go get this, yeah. I'd be like, hurry up, bring this shit over here, hurry. You know
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you. That's why I came up here. What? Sorry.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you're
I just wanted to
okay.
know
We're glad you're
I
here.
hate
You
not
kidding?
knowing.
You're always welcome up here. You know that.
Yeah,
How you feeling, Smokey?
I enjoy it up here. I feel like it's fun up here.
We had an 8-hour live yesterday, Smokey. Oh my
I
god.
know. Hey,
We
listen. I went into work, okay, and I always catch you at 8:00. And when I come on here, if y'all notice, it's usually at 9:15, 9:30. And y'all was live. I check y'all out at lunchtime. You was live. When I got off, you was still live.
We were live.
I know.
Yeah. I said, damn.
Working hard for a
It's
living.
like a freaking job. But we were laughing so hard yesterday that my
I know the feeling. I was like, man, the YouTubes have been smiley lately. Me and Whiskey had a stream, I think, the day before yours, and I swear to God, we did 5 hours and laughed for 5 hours.
I know.
Yeah.
You know why that is, right? It's
Why?
because people aren't tearing each other up so bad right
Right.
now.
And
So
time
Yeah.
flies when you're having fun.
Well, that's
yeah,
what
it's made it
real
more
fun about,
enjoyable.
Bam Bams the other day is everybody was in there from all sides and nobody was fighting in the chat.
This
And
shit's
that's
Hell
awesome.
no, I don't want her yelling at me. I will pretend. I will fake it till I make it. I will not talk to them bitches, but I don't want her yelling at me like, get along in the chat. No, I just sat on my hands.
Oh, I know.
I'm telling you.
It was awesome that everybody could talk to each other without like screaming, like without fighting. Like it was awesome. And they were from both sides. So I thought it was
Yeah, it
pretty
is better.
cool.
It is better. I like an hilariously funny and energetic stream more so than mad cuss each other
Yeah.
dramatic
Well, you
stream.
can keep that mad crap. Thank you.
You know?
though.
I agree.
Except when it comes to Ash 274.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yes. She's funny when she's
I'm
mad.
begging for her to come in here. Does she not see me? Come on.
She's
She's too
She was
busy
up
writing love letters to Tiffany Marie.
She kept coming in here. She kept coming in here yesterday, and you're still live. You're still live.
Tell Ash
Oh my God, it
274
was
to
so
put
funny.
that pen and pencil
But we
down and
had
write them
fun.
postcards to Tiffany. Put that shit down, Ash.
Smokey's getting pushed off the roof next.
She's putting
She will
lipstick
come
on and
find you.
kissing the envelope,
Morning,
Yeah.
Mr. Cardinal.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Mr.
we
Ash
just had fun. It
274
was
is
just
pretty
fun.
awesome. I'm gonna be honest. I could cut up with her like
I love
Yeah.
her. I love
Yeah.
her so much.
She talks
She-
on panel.
she
She is
gives it and
hard to
takes it, and I
understand.
like that.
And honest to God, she's the most unbiased and fair person.
I agree.
Yes, she is.
sure
And
does.
and dead ass funny.
You better be ready
Oh,
to see her. You better be ready to see her in everywhere from the Donkey Show down to Tiffany Marie's.
Yep.
yeah.
And that was another shot at her, Tiffany Marie's, because she might not
I
chat
know.
now.
She probably didn't catch it the first time.
Your ass
Do it again,
up, boy.
Smokey.
You
Do it
better
again.
sit down.
Hey,
Take
all right,
two
that's all I can say about it. I'm going back to the trunk.
No,
All right, bye.
I'll
trunk
see y'all later.
that trunk is scary, babe.
Yeah,
Take a look.
that's where I'm headed.
Don't
She
ask
can
me
cut the-
about it.
Hey, she can cut the light out when I get in there and close the lid. I'm cool.
Take your little
I
nap.
listen to her. She's so funny too when she talks. She gets so excited and she talks.
She's
so fast.
great.
I have to slow it down.
I'm
to
telling you.
actually understand her.
I love
Yeah,
it.
she's been
Like,
doing panels. I
I
want to
love
do a
her
panel
voice.
with.
Oh, me too.
She's so funny. There he went to the trunk.
He's gone to the
I
trunk.
do. I love me some Ash. She makes me laugh so freaking hard. When she was doing the dragon thing that day, Carla,
Oh my
I
God.
thought I was gonna die. I was funniest.
I
shit.
can't listen to her if I'm getting ready to go to sleep and have like headphones in or whatever because she
No.
makes me laugh so loud
I
that
know.
I'm sure my husband wants to punch me in the face.
I was like, and my husband's in the next room, and I'm like trying not to laugh last night because I was so afraid I was going to wake him up. But I was like, I couldn't help it. When she gets started on something and she just locks in, it's over. It's game over. Just forget it. She's
I've been
done.
missing everything. I didn't get to watch it.
I
Oh, it was
didn't either.
fun.
I
Well, it
can't
starts
wait.
out like a little bit bitchy, but we ended up having a lot of fun. But my husband, if I say I'm going live with Ash now, because I talk to people every day, so
You
he'll
get
be like,
500 in
I
the
guess
chat.
me and the baby will go in the living room where you can. Like, he knows because we're going to crack the fuck. Like, he won't even land here. He'll tell me to come get him when we're done. He
And,
won't even
and when
land here.
and when Amanda starts laughing, it's done.
Oh my God,
Over.
Amanda's got the best laugh ever.
She does. I go in her
That's
chat
amazing.
solely to
Starts
try to make
laughing.
her laugh so that I can laugh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
Like
my
she
goal.
starts laughing, it kills me. Sometimes I don't even know what she's laughing at, and I'll start laughing because just listening to her laugh.
When I go into a job interview and I'm filling out the application, they go, "What are your 5-year goals?" I'm like, "Make Amanda laugh." Like,
I'm gonna make that my
Amanda, long
ringtone. I'm
story.
gonna make her laugh my ringtone, I think. Did you hear who was it on here yesterday that made the it was Save Robbie made my ringtone, Laura. Oh my God, it was so funny.
Could you imagine?
Did
It
you
was his
hear that?
alarm clock.
Yes.
Yes.
He made it
I
his
could
alarm
never
clock.
wake up to that shit
No.
ever. It would start my day like #angry.
Well, it would wake you up. It sure
Ugh.
would wake you
I would
up.
be the
Oh, I
man.
know. I'm a laugher. Like, even if I am telling someone off, chances are at least probably 10 minutes into the live, I'm gonna be laughing. I would, if I had to listen to anybody like bitch like that, I would be the angriest person ever. I cannot.
Amanda,
do
it's
that.
I mean, people get mad on here, but it's the everyday anger that I just don't know how people live like that.
I can't. I would be.
I just don't
I'd
get
really
it.
start listening again, and I'm not just saying that. I cannot. Anger is like a big, one of my big triggers to be angry like that all the time. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do
Constantly.
I
it.
mean, I can understand getting angry sometimes, but not
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single
Mr.
day
Cardinal.
for every single reason.
Amanda Lynn went live last night, and it was just funny. It was just funny. She was trying to be mad, but it couldn't last. It just
I
can't.
know.
It just can't. But
Oh
she
my
can.
God, I
She
hope
can be
it,
mad
I
and
hope
still
it
laugh.
loads. I hope it loads. Like the chat takes forever. It's
Tacos.
going to be 3 or 4, days before it loads because YouTube
Tacos.
It
sucks.
wasn't that long though, so it shouldn't because it was only like an hour long. I think it was like an hour
Or
and
was
5
it
minutes.
an hour long? Oh, it might
Yeah,
not
it wasn't
take.
very long.
My 8-hour stream is going to take 4 days to load, I think.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Yeah.
And we laughed all the way through. I mean, it just went by like that. Like, it was so much fun.
If
Amanda,
there's one regret that I have in life is that Amanda Lynn was not on panel the night that Randy did her epic drag.
Oh my God.
Because I would have loved. She probably wouldn't even. We wouldn't have heard her laugh because it would have been one big inhale and no exhale, and she would have just been crying on the floor. I think.
But what about the poll?
Yes.
I know.
Oh my God.
And the hairy
I
kids.
was crying.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
thought I
was
was gonna
so
die.
funny. That was like the best drag. Well, besides Bam Bam's, was the best one I've heard. Like her and Randy, they could go head to head, but they're both OGs, so maybe that's the way they do it, and that's like fun to listen to. Not the angry ones. I don't like the angry drags. I like the fun
No,
drags.
I like the funny ones.
Yeah, the
And
funny
the
ones are
mean
fun to listen
stuff.
to.
Like, I don't know how people can be so fucking mean.
I don't
Like,
either.
the stuff they say
I
about
don't
other
know.
people.
And their
Does it not
children and
hurt
their
their
husbands
feelings
and all
when
that
they
crap.
turn
I don't know how people can
Yeah.
take up things that happened 4 years ago and bring it up. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Dude, I don't know what I did yesterday. Please.
Yeah, I don't know what I ate for
Timeline.
breakfast.
I had to like okay, I had this girl on that had to tell like the backstory to tell like how we got to today. And I swear to you guys, every couple minutes I was like, wait a minute, like I can't follow stuff from that long ago. It's hard for me because I am having trouble to remind my kids like I need to sign your homework type shit. So
right.
that's
Right.
today, like right now. I can't. I'm not good at
And
it.
history does change in your mind, especially if it's even things that happened 6 months ago. You can kind of remember it a little different, than you would have when it first happened.
Oh, this happened. This happened. Well, unless people are reminding you every other day, I got
Yeah.
this, I got this, I got this, I got that.
Oh, I hate that.
I know. It's just like, get over it. Just drop it already, and let's get past this and go.
I try to ignore. I might if someone says something to me, I might talk a little shit right after, like in a chat or whatever.
And then move
But I
on.
try to I I tried very hard not to address it on my channel anymore and just fucking
Well,
ignore it.
did I get a little bit of pleasure out of Bam Bam's drag? I have to admit, I did get a lot of
Who did she drag?
pleasure.
Who did she drag?
Mandy Bell.
Mandy Bell.
Oh,
So did I get some pleasure out of that? I'll have to admit that I did. I did get some pleasure out of it.
Right,
I'm
Amanda,
sorry.
that's what you need to do. You need to sit the kids down and teach them how to forge your signature. And don't do it like my husband, because my husband signed his mom's signature one time, and the teacher sent it back to her because he signed it Mike's mom. What the? Yeah, I'm like, you're a dork. Seriously?
I'll never forget when I first started YouTube, I would fire up a live for everything. If you said boo to me, I would fire up a live about it. And I look back and I just think, oh my gosh, I was probably annoying as fuck.
I know.
Well, that's a new thing though, like because things that I probably would have went live about when I first started are now like, oh fuck you. What? You think I'm a bitch? Ooh, tell me something I don't know. Like
right, yeah.
I'm not as reactive as I used to be. But when I was first going live, if I'd be like, oh, you want to call me a bitch? I'll call you a fucking bitch. Now I'm just like, oh, something I don't know.
Mom's a bitch, and your aunt's a bitch, and her sister's a bitch, and everybody.
I've been called worse. I've been called worse. Next, I've been called worse. Next, I've been called worse. Next,
Is it titled "Do You Ever Go Away"? Is that the one?
Yeah, from last night.
But you have to, Mr. Cardinal, you have to wait for the chat to load.
You have to wait for the chat because if you don't wait
that's
for the
what's
chat,
funny.
You are not gonna. You're gonna be like, this bitch is talking about spiders and what? Like it's not gonna make any sense to you.
I put up a spider web and I said, "Hey Ash, I went by your mom. She wasn't home." I mean, it was crazy. They're like, whose parent is this? Everybody got into it. It was crazy.
You know, when I used to think that Ash was a demon because, well, we all know why.
You were told she was.
Then she would start coming into my chat and she would come out with the funniest stuff. And so I started letting her in my chat because I said, I let her in my chat, not because of what I thought she was, but because she's funny. She makes me laugh. And she
Amber
did.
needs a link, love.
Who does?
Amber. Amber's asking for a link.
Oh, okay.
Wait, maybe she's not.Maybe she's asking for a link to like someone's
channel.
channel.
Oh, link to my live, Amber. Bam Bam.
Okay.
Wanda.
Yeah, Bam Bam. Yeah, that's the
Bam Bam took hers down, I think. Somebody said that. Hi, Tawanda. Somebody said that Laura did a reaction to it, and it's up there.
Yeah, it's down, but I have part of it. I'm gonna upload. The funniest part was when I don't care. She said, Mandy. She said she called her Mandy Smell. She said, Mandy Smell. She said, I will drag you from the time you were a fetus. Now I spit my pop out. Yeah, I have part of it, and I think somebody that we don't watch has part of it, but I'll upload the part that I have. I think I got a couple, like 2 of the really good parts, but I didn't get the whole live. I didn't have the storage for it.
And with her accent, made it even better. Like her accent, she's Irish, and it made it even fun.
And here's the thing: for a really cool OG drag, you have to remain composed.
Oh, and she did.
I heard the first. I just kind of clicked on it and make sure that's what it was. And yeah, she sounded a lot like Randy, just real, matter of fact. And here it goes,
Wow.
Yes, Amber, I did a live, but you gotta wait until the chat goes because I only spent like 5 minutes bitching. I was gonna go live to bitch, but I only spent, I swear, like 5 minutes bitching, and the rest of the hour was seriously just us laughing and stuff. And Ash was talking about her family is all the insects, and we're making fun of people, and Misdemeanor was putting spider webs up. It was actually really fun. So
it was funny.
When the chat loads, I will put it in Jenny's Discord that it's loaded.
She threw up an octopus and she goes, "Okay, who's related to this one?" I said, "Oh, that's my ex-husband." He was off the hands.
Oh my God.
Lots of hands everywhere. Yeah. Threw up a bat. And I was gonna say it was Batty Boop's dad, but she wasn't in there. And then she showed up and I didn't say it. Forgot. I was
Oh
like,
my God,
Daddy,
she
I
would
saw
have
your
died.
dad. She'd be like, what are you talking about? Because she
She'd be like,
came
why
over.
don't you dad? Like she would have walked in into that right then and been like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, times.
Oh my gosh. It was funny. It was.
I am so bummed that I slept through that last night. No, I'm so
should have
bummed. I was so
spam texted
tired
you.
after 8 hours yesterday.
I know. Who was it got on and said, you're still, oh, Ginger Locks. She's like, you're
Yeah,
still
it's
up?
on my. Well, Bam Bam's
A
not
few
on my
people said that. Oh my God, it was
obviously,
8 hours. I've never gone 8 hours. That's a long time.
Mine's
I
on
don't
my.
care what anybody says. That's tiring. But we had so much fun. We had
That's a
so
long
much
time.
fun, Amanda. We had so much fun. It was just
I'm
like, oh
like,
my God.
I'm trying to do better at just like staying up for like an hour, hour and a half, because after like a half an hour, I'm one of the people who get straight to the point and I'm like, all right, bye. So I'm trying to like, I've been going live for like an hour and 2 hours more now. And just one
I'm
bit
the
less.
same way. Mine are pretty quick too.
Yeah. Amber, it's called Do You Ever Go Away? It was from last night, but yeah, I definitely wait till the chat loads because that the best. I'm just laughing the whole time. Swear to God, I'm just fucking cracking up. I laughed so hard my throat hurt. I thought I was getting sick, but I laughed so hard my throat hurt. Yeah.
What, with the BAM thing or last night? Look, and she muted.
She's muted.
Tatum,
I'm gonna have a new rule on my channel. If I have a panel where I have, guests on, I'm going to leave them up because people are taking time out of their day or whatever to come hang with me. And then I put them on private. Like that's, I don't know, that's kind of sad. So if you come on a panel with me, they're going to stay up.
Especially if it's fun, Ems. I leave all mine up because we have, on the most part, have fun. And since I'm trying to get away from the drama, I'm just trying to like have fun up here.
Tatum, it was all trolls last night. We trolled Amanda all night last night. It was great.
Yeah, it was so fun. I've been like, I'm one of the people that I say what I want to say really quick and then I can laugh. I hate to like
linger on it.
You will not see too many lives where I'm just
5 hours of bitching. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did. Mandy Bell was trying to snipe my stream, and she didn't download it. So I waited until someone like Mandy Bell's getting ready to tell you. So I waited until she got all comfortable, like, yeah, see, and I'm like, no, delete, put on members only. Like, she got so mad. It was so funny. And I'm like, no, you should have recorded that shit, bitch. You're playing me.
Amanda, I wanted to ask you this: if somebody joins your membership that you really don't, want in your membership, can you delete their membership? Or
sadly, you can't delete them. No, but I do screen who goes into my Discord.
I mean, you can delete their membership. You can't delete their membership, but you can block them from. I think Diane said you can block them from like your chat or
she did it on her own.
It wasn't that one. I'm gonna make it.
She deleted her membership, but Life with Jen joined my membership, and I did not want her to do my membership, but she deleted it because I didn't want her in my membership.
Does anybody have this song in their head?
Because she told me she did. And you can go back and look. You can go back and look who's your members, and she's not a member anymore. So she did do it. So,
hey, Mario. Hey, Diana.
Hi, Mario.
Why would she join it? I don't get that.
Do you know the song by Pink, Stupid Girl?
I don't know. It's like a slap in the face.
Stupid girl. I'm just saying. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
What's that?
That song by Pink, Stupid Girl. It's running through my head right now.
I wonder why.
Thanks, Viv.
No, I just wondered if because whatever.
She's trying to get rid of me. I keep telling her you can't. I've paid a good 99 cents to be here. Damn it. Yeah, I want my 99 cents worth. You're gonna bleed out for that one.
I need to like redo some memberships because For one, Kate Smalls is inactive, and even if it wasn't, I wouldn't pay that fucking bitch 1 cent right now. So I need to like make sure that when she kicks it back in, I don't charge. But I changed my card out and I forgot, so I need to like join yours. There's people that I want to like. I don't really go to their channels anymore, so I have to do all of that. But it's such a pain changing cards like around here.
Yeah, it is.
See, I just canceled mine. I went around, what was it, a couple of nights ago, and I went around to everybody because when they first did it, you wanted to join and support and whatever. And I went around because there's some channels I don't watch anymore. And I just went around and you can cancel
Yeah,
your
you can
membership.
cancel.
And
I
I
don't
just
even
canceled.
hate watch anymore. I don't even hate watch anymore. I
No,
watch the
I
channels that I
haven't.
like.
They're gonna have to
Yeah.
shoot
That I
her,
like.
Mario. They're gonna have to put her down. The
No,
leg is broke. They're gonna have to put her down.
I have to go for an MRI to make sure there's no like permanent tendon and nerve damage that they're gonna have to fix. If that's not if because they're worried about there's like a chip in my bone and it's right where your nerve and your tendons are, and if that's okay, then I'll just have to be on my cast, and then after like 6 or 8 weeks or probably before that to start the physical therapy, and yeah, but the other 2 breaks are totally clean, so that's all.
It's
It
not
was
true,
like a lot
Mario.
better than
They're gonna put her down. They are gonna put her down. They said she was a great brood mare, but yeah,
I'm
no
done
more.
with my breeding days. They're done with
What
me.
are we talking? Who's a great brood mare?
Amanda, she put 97,000
Amanda.
children, each from a different
She was,
dad.
she was good at breeding.
Mm-hmm.
She's got 6 kids
I
from
was
her
good at
father,
breeding.
That's
and
what you
3
need
of
to
them are
put.
triplets.
If you ever have to fill anything out, for the kids or the doctors or anything, they go, what is your employment? Go, I'm a breeder.
I'm a breeder. They'll be like, "What do you breed?" I breed. What do you?
I breed.
do. Me.
Carla,
I'm
can
in
I just
production.
say that your picture, I just clicked off the chat for a minute and it has like the screen pulled up. Your picture is freaking freaky, man.
I
It's scary.
know.
It's
I know.
It's
terrifying.
scary.
I put it up because Misdemeanor said it freaked her out.
Yeah.
It freaked me
what
out
she
too.
does.
Holy shit.
I know.
It is freaky, especially
All
because of her
right, I'll
ghost
change
story.
it already. Jeez.
No,
But
you
no,
don't have to change it.
I
I
love
just have
that
never
one.
There,
told you
I'm
that
Cindy
before.
Lou Who now.
She's Carla Luhu. Little
Cindy
Carla
Lou
You
Luhu.
can keep it. It's freaky. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's freaky, but it's
I'm gonna
cool.
make it into
I would
an
leave.
emoji, guys. Oh, Amanda, speaking of that, I need to send you that, or Jenna, whoever wants to do it for me.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to do. I can
Send
put
it
some
to
more
me.
emojis up, but stupid me doesn't know how to do them. I tried. to
Oh yeah,
convince them.
I forgot.
Yeah,
I
well, I
can
haven't
do
got hold of
today.
you, so I will in Discord, and I'll send you that picture I want. It's actually, and I'll tell you this, it's actually Chucky with my face on it. So
Oh my god.
Don't do
yes,
it. Don't
okay.
do it.
Remind
do it.
me.
he doesn't want me to do it,
I
but
don't know.
I'm
well,
Chucky.
you can't really
Wanna
see
play?
it.
Screw them
Wanna
people.
play.
You're gorgeous.
I'm gorgeous.
You're
Yeah,
gorgeous.
but that is
Yeah.
funny. That's
I'm
something I can
elderly.
do, though.
I hate when people call me elderly. I do, because I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? I said my husband.
I think I'd rather somebody call me
I gotta
ugly
take a
than
phone call
elderly.
and then I'll get a link again. Give me about 5 seconds. I gotta take this phone call. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Tell me when.
I think I would rather be called ugly than elderly.
Me too.
Why?
Like,
Why though? I mean,
Because
like I'm not.
everyone-
I don't feel elderly. That's
everyone
that's the thing.
ages though.
it's like
Well, yeah, but elderly seems like my mother. You know what I mean?
no, you know what it is? Elderly, it kind of
life. Oh, sorry.
it's kind of like going toward that disability kind of line where you're
Yeah, like
declining.
you're in a walker and you're ready for a
Yeah.
nursing home, and I'm not anywhere near that. I mean, up and down the stairs. I'm not smoking. I'm not.
I like the word mature.
Yep.
She's a mature woman.
I
Mature
think
woman.
if you have been given the title
Vivian.
elderly, then that is, a blessing.
I mean, I
I
started
think
getting shit
aging
from
is-
Well, the
AARP
thing is,
at
it's
45
like-
and it pissed me off.
Well, someone told me, "Oh, why don't you just sit in a rocking chair and crochet? Because you're too
Yeah.
old
Oh.
to be doing this."
Yeah,
And
you're
I'm
elderly.
like, "No, you're only as old as you feel." And I mean, I'm
No,
up
you're
there, and
only as old as
most of
who
you
you
are
feel.
probably young enough to be my daughters, and that's okay. But don't call me elderly. I am not ready for a walker. I'm not ready for a nursing home. I'm not 75 years old. Laura.
Now what? Now everybody's gonna call. All the haters are gonna call you elderly because they know
Oh,
it.
of course.
Let them.
Well, that's okay. No, it doesn't bug me, but I'm not. My husband's still working. Like, we're not even ready
I
to
think-
retire.
Here's the thing: you're only as old as who you feel, and trust me, my husband is younger than
I
some
feel
of these
My
women on
husband is
here.
younger than me too.
Just saying.
Some days
They
I
always
feel
married
elderly. Some
Dude,
days
I
I
did.
feel like I'm 80.
I did
Yeah.
at 3 o'clock this morning when my knee woke me up. I was like,
Well, I
really?
do feel orderly. I feel elderly when I'm on my hands and knees cleaning my kitchen floor because I have a hard time getting back up. I'll
Okay,
admit
I won't go there with that. That you just walked yourself into that one. Sorry. I only feel elderly when I'm on my hands and knees.
Knees.
Let's talk about that,
But
Carla.
when I'm on my knees. When I'm on my knees, I feel elderly.
That may
Because
sound
I'm a
sexy,
spitter.
but
I'm not a
spitter.
swallower.
That's why you're on your hands and knees, because you're not a
And I
swallower.
learned some more things yesterday. I learned sexual terms every day, guys, because I'm like so sheltered. What did I learn yesterday? Oh, there was another thing I learned yesterday, and I can't remember. I have to go through my life. I cannot go through. I'll have to put it on 2 times speed to even get through it.
You're too
You're
funny.
not sheltered.
Crickets. No.
You're not sheltered.
But I
No.
didn't know all the terms you guys know. Like, I really didn't. I knew what they were, but
Because
I
the
didn't know that there was terms
For the
for
I
them.
year.
love
Every
that Vivian
single thing.
calls her mom her mummy. Is that not the
We're
cutest
just
thing
perverted.
ever?
Right.
Yeah, we
Love
are
that.
perverted. Well,
Love
Em,
that.
you're like the top of the list of perverts. She usually is the one that brings all the pervert stuff
When
up.
your dog is
You
scared
know
of your
what my
blood pressure
husband
cuff.
said to me this morning?
What?
My freaking husband, I'm telling you, oh my gosh. He came downstairs before he left to give me, a kiss and say goodbye. And he's like, I'm telling you, he says, we better start getting it on before you got to put me in the grave. How
Oh,
fucked
my
up is that?
Oh,
My God, don't say
Dang.
that right. He
Oh.
was joking, but don't
yeah, I
say
know
that
he
right
was
now.
joking,
It's
but
kind of like
My
Steel
man.
Magnolias. Steel Magnolias
That's
when they're doing all of the organ jokes.
But that's
Man.
amazing. I think that's how they deal with stress and being scared.
making
Like
a
my
joke.
husband does the same thing. He'll make jokes out of something that shouldn't be joked about.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
really think that's just the way he handles it. And it's like,
He's,
really? Don't say that to
he's,
me. That's
he's
not
going to
funny.
use it to his advantage 3 times a day until he can't do it anymore. He's
Right.
going to.
Yeah,
That's what he's hoping for.
that's it. That's it.
Well,
you have
you
to
know
do
what?
it.
You know
have
what? Ems,
Yeah.
next time he does it, just look at him seriously and go, "Oh, that's it. You're dead to me." Just do it.
I just
do it.
don't want to kill him. Like this morning, he woke up and he couldn't breathe, and he's struggling to breathe. Just with like normal day-to-day stuff. And I'm so afraid that
Have they
Yeah.
gave him anything to kind of help him feel comfortable? Like, will inhalers help? Breathing treatment? I mean, I don't think they will help, but help a little. Nothing.
yet. Mm-mm. He's on that oxygen machine at night, but that's it.
Yeah.
The
Does it
BiPAP.
help him?
That was
Yep.
the funniest fucking story ever. That was the funnest. Oh my God. I
What?
thought it was, tell them, Ems.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had to
the
pee.
story I remember is the one where she said that she went to cut her husband's hair in the the
No.
The-
This
Oh,
one's
yeah,
better.
Ems
This
talked
one's
about-
better. This one's better. Tell it, Ems.
Tell the story.
I don't remember actually what you're referring to. I've told so many fucked up stories.
Wasn't it you with the BiPAPs?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know. I'd never seen one before. You guys got to remember, I met him. I was pretty young. I was in my very early 20s, and I'd never seen anyone on a sleeping machine. And I remember the first night that we spent the night together, and he goes to put it on and turns over to me looking like Darth fucking Vader. I was like, what? What is that thing? It was my first time ever seeing it.
She's like, oh, we're playing dress up, are we?
Yes.
Her first
My
date was
God.
funny too. Her first date
And-
story was funny too.
And back then he had like the full face covering thing, like the thing that went all the way around his face. Like now he at least has just the little nasal things, you know. But it was like full on Darth Vader
Got the
mask.
straps over his head and around his
Yes. My God! And when he breathes, it makes the same like. I
It's
can't
loud.
even do it
My
without laughing.
sister-in-law used to have one of those machines, and she came to visit me, and she slept in the other
Oh.
room. And oh my God, those things are loud.
Yeah, they're
Not
loud.
His isn't loud now. It's very
I don't know if
quiet.
they're loud now. She
No.
just years ago.
I could just picture Em going, "Fuck! I didn't bring my costume. I didn't know he was into this shit."
I didn't bring my Princess Leia costume.
Right?
It was weird. I just didn't know what it was.
I have to say, I loved your community post yesterday of you at your wedding. I loved that community post.
Who?
It was,
Ems? I didn't see it.
you didn't see
Yeah.
it?
No.
She's
We had actually.
got a smile on his face, but she's in her wedding dress. She looked beautiful. I love looking at stuff like that. So
Now
I'm,
I've gotta go
I was
look.
getting ready to smash cake in his face. You can see the cake in my hand if you click on the picture and look at the full size picture.
and
I have
she's
cake in my hand.
she's cracking up. It's like, you know, she's
Oh, look
thinking,
how tall he is. Oh my
in-
God. Ems, you look like a princess.
I told you he's tall. I
Why
told
did you put a marble
Look at
over
the
his
evil
face?
look on her face. Oh
You
my
can-
God.
You can show it if you want. I think people like don't realize when I say that he's a big man. I don't think people realize that I look tiny next to him.
Oh,
You
Jenna,
do.
you have to
You're so
show
cute,
that.
Ems.
That's
So, oh, all right, hold on, because I'm not on my computer. Let me work on
Okay.
it. I'll get my computer up and I'll
okay.
share it.
You look
Oh.
so naughty in that picture. Your face.
She
the
is
look on
naughty.
Your face. Look at her. I know she is. She looks
I was
like
getting
an
ready
Avon
to
lady.
smash cake in his
Okay,
face.
Amanda, come on up. Come on up, my darling, my little giggle buddy. I love Amanda.
So we had already been married for a year at that point, but I think I told you guys that our families flipped out, that we tried to just, do a quickie wedding and not have a big wedding.
You elope. How dare you? Elope.
Yeah. Well, my parents were not having that. So we had to
Em,
have, the
you know,
regular
That's a
wedding.
pretty wedding dress.
You know what we did for the top of our graduation caps, Ems, in college?
What's that?
So there was like 40 of us in the nursing program because they only let in 40 a year. And we on the top of them, everybody had a letter, and it's spelled out. If you were looking from the stands in the stadium, it's read out. Nurses call the shots, so bottoms up. It was cute. Too cute.
I eloped. Both my
Lemonade.
marriages. We
Don't forget
eloped. We wanted money. We didn't want to pay for a wedding.
Yeah, I hear you.
And a little tiara. I love your little tiara.
Yeah, she looks so naughty though. Look at her face. She's like, I'm gonna get you. Look how tall her husband is, though.
She's got that look on her face like, you're so getting laid.
Yep.
He looks so big. You must have to be on top
He is
all the
big.
time.
Oh,
I can't be
Yeah,
on
I
top.
feel like it looks awkward.
My knees don't reach the bed.
She's just a itty bitty thing.
Ems and Carla wanted to have Ems community post screen shared. And I was thinking, because I'm trying to fire up my computer, but if you're on your computer, could you screen share it
Yeah,
instead?
you can go see it.
Yeah, give me 1 second to get to it. Let me mute for a sec.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it, or I would.
Be quicker.
I don't know how to share. Well, I do. I've done it a few times, but I'm not very good at it. I end up
I'm going
doxing
to teach you.
myself.
We got to go to StreamYards privately, and I'm going to have to show you, Carla.
I end up doxing myself all the time. I just put up what I shouldn't put up, you know?
you can
How-
dox me. I want to
Amanda,
I'm like,
that told me how to do it, and then I started.
I dox misdemeanor almost every day since she's been
She
coming on
does.
my lives.
It's great.
Like every
It's great
single
fun.
day.
It, and I figured it out. It's really easy. So we'll do a StreamYards like unlisted or whatever, and I'll walk you through how to do
When
it.
you click on screen share, it just says it's easier with 2 monitors, and then you hit screen share. But how do you do that? Follow these steps.
No, you don't have to.
It tells you how to do it, but I know how to do it.
Yeah, that's because you've never screen shared misdemeanor, but that you can say don't show again. But really, you just click on all those tabs in the screen share until you find the tab you're looking for.
And then I can,
And
and
then
then she shares it.
You know what I can do? I can
don't
practice on
have to
a
share it until you're on it.
I can go on a past StreamYards, go in and try and practice on that, like screen
Yeah,
share.
that's what I said.
Because nobody can see it. Like I won't, if I do dox myself, nobody will see it.
what I was saying, Carla. I'll do it with you. That way I can say, yes, it's worked, or no, it didn't
I also
work.
have a huge suggestion. If you're gonna, that's what I'm doing right now. If you're going to screen share, close out every window but your StreamYards one.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
just because that's what I do, because I've seen other people like dox people and dox themselves so many times. So I just like I close out my Discord and everything so that there's no chance I'm but it tells
Gee, I
you like
wonder who doxes their Discord.
I
No
don't
one.
know.
That doesn't
You know,
happen.
I know.
Sound familiar?
I do the same thing. I close everything out before I screen share. And then I end the screen share before you leave it, because if you leave it, it can pop up. So I always end screen share before you leave what you're screen sharing.
Okay, so good news.
Because I have a bunch of windows open. That's what I guess why I dox myself all the time.
You just say I hit screen share or share screen, and then I go all the way to the end of Chrome tab, and then it's gonna it tells me the windows that I have open. And I only have 4 windows open because I am getting ready to screen share. And each one's very different. You know what I mean? So let me close out.
So I do have some good news.
Oh, what's your good news?
Because maybe 2020 is going to reverse itself, because we've had so much shit news so far. So M's hang on to this one, and Amanda too. My precious little niece that has all the aneurysms had a total body CT scan to make sure that she didn't have aneurysms anywhere else in her body. And it came back completely negative. It's only in her head. So
Awesome.
So that's
Can I add this now, Amanda?
Yeah,
we're gonna
you can add it.
hang on to the fact that
amazing.
Amanda's not going to need surgery, and everything's going to go great with you two. Look how beautiful.
Look at her. Look at her face. The look on her face.
I'm gonna scroll till it says you'll never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. And then I wanted to just take a moment and say thank you for all your support, or I'm sorry, all your prayers and positive vibes. Please continue to keep my family in your thoughts. Our road is going to be a bumpy one, and it's her and her husband, and she is like not even up to the shoulders. Okay,
Right.
He's got the naughtiest. Look how big he is compared to her, though, guys.
I know.
Look at this little tiny thing. That's so
With my
cute.
dress. He's a
Look
big
at her
dude.
little crown. Yeah, he is. Well, you've always told us that he's pretty big.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He is.
Yeah.
How tall is he?
He's 43.
Did you say how old or how tall?
How tall is he?
Yeah, he's about 6'4".
How tall are you?
Yeah, my husband's 6'1", but you can't tell because I'm 6 foot. I'm tall. So
Are you really, Amanda? I thought you were short. Why did I think you were short?
Amber, it's not on members only, hun.
You're like what, 5'3", Amanda? M's?
No, I'm 5'5".
Yeah, my ex-husband
Oh,
was
see, I
6'7".
I'm 5'2", eyes of blue.
What do you want, Bessie? True Helper's not here. He doesn't.
Okay, has everybody seen it? Can Amanda stop sharing?
There you go.
I wish I didn't have to block his face out, but for obvious reasons, you know, I have to.
Well, tell him that we love him, and he's got a caravan
Yeah.
following y'all on your journey.
Yep.
Well, he looked at my community post because he laughed at the little picture I put over his face. And I'm careful about some things that I say, but he said he's okay with me talking about it. And it's because it just happened. So I'm sure, as things get chugging along, I won't talk about it, but it's so new.
Probably therapeutic for you to do.
Yeah, we're probably going to make you do it. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
everybody's asking you about it every day. I'm sorry.
Right. He knows that it's a support system, and
it is.
He's okay
And
with
it is a caravan, although it is a circus caravan, but it's still a caravan. Tell them don't judge.
Right. Yeah. My husband doesn't get YouTube. He just doesn't get it. Like, how can you be on there all the time?
Mine loves
Like,
it.
how can you go on there every day? How can you like go off YouTube and then go in Facebook Messenger and talk for another freaking 3 hours?
He
My
runs.
husband doesn't even ask anymore. He'll be like, he'll come in and I'll be doing something and I'll have my earphones in. Oh, you're on a voice chat? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay. Like he doesn't even ask.
There
But
you are.
I mean, he doesn't get mad. He'll say
no,
on
he doesn't
Saturday,
get mad. He just,
he'll-
like
I know people say, "Oh, I wonder if her husband knows what she does."
You
He says,
better behave
sometimes.
yourself today, True Helper.
Yeah.
So those people get
Don't
you.
tattle on me.
They're
Don't tattle on me.
My husband, probably, no, probably a couple of months ago now, I said to my husband, I said, don't gaslight me. He got so pissed off. He's like, quit using the YouTube phrases on me.
Okay,
He got
narcissist.
so mad.
You know what? I never heard that
Well,
term before I was on YouTube. I was
Yeah,
gaslighting you.
I know.
I'm like, what the hell is gaslighting you? It's making you believe that you did
Well, he's
something that
Googled.
you didn't do. You actually start
He
believing you
watches
did
enough of this now where he Googles
knows.
the terms, so he knows what they mean now.
Oh, how funny. No, mine just keeps running through the house naked going, "Ooh, you're not on live, are you? You're not on your camera." I'm like, but he's got this grin on his face like he kind of wishes I was. Like, so everybody could see him because he's like a little exhibitionist kind of.
Oh, Tacos asked what size shoe you wear, Amanda. You're 6 foot tall.
What size? Oh, I wear size 8.5, 9. It depends on, the shoe, but like, usually I can get away with the 8.5, but I think Adidas runs a little small, so sometimes they have to be 9s.
My husband.
I hate having such small feet. It's so hard to buy shoes.
Really? Because I'm always like, okay, well, actually my daughter is, they're going to be 10 Monday, and she's already got a bigger foot than me, 9.5. But when they
my God,
yeah, they're very tall. She's like, probably 5'5" already, 5.5. She's already taller than you, Ems. So, but I wouldn't. My younger daughter.
I think I'm more like 5'4", but I say 5'5". I think I'm 5'5", somewhere, 5'4", 5'5", somewhere.
I don't know. Let's get a better look.
Oh,
there we go. Oh, that's good. Look at her look on her face, guys. Look at how
that is the look. That is a look of you're
Evil.
So getting laid here in a little bit.
No,
Let's get rid of these people.
That's the look of you're so getting cake in your face. Fucker. You're so getting cake in your face. He has a little tiny piece, and if you see, you can't see my hand here, but I have like a whole handful.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're getting it now. Look how brown your hair was.
I know.
You look good. You look good with any kind of color hair. Damn it, bitch.
It's hard to do bridal hair when your hair is so short.
It's
that
so
was
funny.
tough.
I have to scroll up and down because you're both different heights. So when
I
I
know.
want to show your face, it's like his belly, So I had to keep scrolling up and down because you guys' heights are so different. It's so funny.
Yeah, he's a big dude. It's not even just his height. It's his shoulders and stuff are so wide that it's so difficult to buy him clothing.
Because one day you were live and he was going in the refrigerator and he had a blanket over his head.
Yeah, we hit him.
He's big.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Yep, that's me, Kayla.
Oh, they say opposites attract. How tall is your husband, Amanda?
We're opposites.
Oh, he's like 6'1", but he doesn't look like real tall compared to,
I didn't think you were 6 feet.
Yeah, I'm not 6 foot. I'm pretty tall especially for a girl. But my whole family, like my mom's whole side, my grandpa was like 6'5". So.
Oh wow.
And my grandma was a little German lady, but everybody else was tall. My grandmother was just a little German lady that was like 5 foot nothing, and then my grandpa was 6'5".
Wow.
Both my kids, my daughter and my son, overtower me and my husband.
Yeah,
They're like
I mean,
5'7", but my son's 6'2", and
wow.
my daughter is 5'10", 5'11", and we're only like 5'7", so they overpower us.
Yeah,
My oldest daughter is 5 foot, and I don't think she's ever gonna grow past 5 foot ever. She's a tiny little
Yeah,
shorty.
my sister-in-law is 4'11".
oh
It's
my
so
God.
funny. Yeah,
My
she's
sister-in-law
4'11".
is really tiny too. She's not 5. Somebody's echoing.
But the tallest person that in my family is 6'7.5", and that's my cousin.
Holy
I think it might
shit.
be Kelly. I think Kelly might, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I think Jenna might be echoing. Oh my God.
Yeah, because I'm on my computer and
Yeah,
I didn't
Jenna
bring
is
my
echoing.
headset. I just wanted to screen share. But I'm going to go back to my phone because when I'm on my computer and I don't have my headset in, I echo.
Yeah.
I like hearing her 3 and 4 times over and over.
But we were
I
all
think my
echoing.
husband is taller than what he says because when I stand up next to him, even when I have heels on, I'm still not even to his shoulders. So that doesn't make sense if I'm 5'5", 5'4", 5'5".
Were your
But I don't know. I've never measured him. I've just
were
always
your
said
kids
6'4".
were your kids big when they were born, Amanda?
Oh no, no. Well, the triplets obviously they are only 1, 2, 3 pounds.
Yeah.
But Levi, he's the one that's going to be going to kindergarten in a week, and he was my biggest one. Now he was like what was it, 8 something, 8'7", God. But the other ones were all like 6 pounds.
Wow.
But Bella and them, I really think Bella is probably going to be either 6 foot. I mean, she's 10 and about 5'5.5", and I'm not kidding. The kid wears bigger shoes than I do. Like, and she was like finally ready to do sports this year. You know, she was excited, and now we don't get sports because I'm like, you need to be a
That
basketball
sucks for the
doctor.
kids.
I know, but they're not doing them here. So
So
Wow.
Amanda,
y'all are aware that. Sorry.
what?
My youngest daughter was always super tall. And then, like, she was, I mean, extremely tall. And then as she grew, she just stopped growing. And now she's average. So you never know at that age.
Yeah. Well, I think they're like built like me though, because I have wide shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, got wide shoulders and just big bone. And I think the girls are like me, but it's so funny. My son hasn't hit his growth spurt, and he is literally like that. He comes up to their shoulders. They have a whole head on him. But I know boys sometimes it takes them longer. But it looks like he's like maybe 2 years younger than them. It's funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, my daughter was 8 pounds 9 ounces, and my son was 14 months later, and he weighed 6 pounds 5. Like, people didn't even know I was pregnant with him because I carried low with him, and it just looked like I had a little pot belly. To her, whew, I was
Yeah.
huge. Everybody thought I was having twins.
Yeah, I was huge with Levi, and I was really actually I was big with Victoria, my last baby. And obs, I was so sick, I actually lost weight during the pregnancy. I just got that little baby belly at the end, but I people wouldn't have even known I was probably wouldn't have even known until the last couple months. But
Yep,
with
me
Levi,
either.
huge, I got enormous, and it took a lot to get that weight off. I finally got the weight off, and then I got pregnant with Victoria, and then I had that preeclampsia at the end, and I mean, every part of my body blew up. Parts that I didn't even know could blow up. Like everywhere was big.
Yeah, they put me in the hospital because I was well, I swole up. My ankles were swollen. I didn't eat right. I thought not eating, like eating. Well, I was pregnant, so I thought I can eat anything I want because I don't care if I get fat. Well, you shouldn't do that. You should still eat like the way you eat. But
Oh my God, I had the worst cravings with the triplets. I could seriously sit and eat a whole box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch every day. But they wanted me to eat because I wasn't getting enough calories for all of them. So they were actually giving me the green, like they were begging me to eat more. Just and they were still putting fluids and everything. And then I was really into those breakfast, the Bob Evans breakfast burritos that are like frozen. I ate total shit food when I was pregnant with the triplets, but it all came off.
Did you have to go in the hospital like quite a bit before you had them?
Oh, I was in the hospital from like 14 weeks to 29 weeks when I had them the whole time.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna like tell that whole story because I had the twin syndrome, and my son, they thought he had a brain bleed, and you know,
Every single scary thing they could tell you when you're laying there wanting to just, ugh.
Yes, and then after that is the NICU, what I call the NICU roller coaster.
Oh God, yeah.
And it's a really
I
interesting
bet.
story, but I'm scared to tell. You know, you got to be careful what you tell on here right now. But I'm hoping one day it'll calm down a little bit.
Only invite us. Just invite us.
Just invite, no, you do it for your members. Like,
I might do some, I don't know. Or I was thinking about I can do it. I just need to have the pictures beforehand. Like I'll like, you know, put a little emoji over their face or something because I will not share my kids' pictures.
How early were they, Amanda?
Me either.
How early were
had
they?
big baby.
I think she said 29 weeks.
Yeah, I was 29 weeks to the day. Well, the best calculations because I didn't do fertility medicine, but they had it pretty narrowed down, and I was turning 29 weeks the next day, and I had them. Then
okay, what were they? 2 boys and a girl, or 2 girls?
No, 2 girls and a boy. The girls are identical, and then the boy is you know, he was up there by himself.
I didn't know that. You know, I just learned that you can have triplets, and 2 can be identical, and 1 can be like, you know.
What happens is, I was gonna have twins, but somehow or another, the egg. This is what happens with a lot of multiples. You'll have like just a set of twins, and then like a lot of people that even have like more than just 3. You know, what'll happen is the one will split its egg. And then say like, I'm lucky that what didn't happen is one didn't split its egg and the other one didn't too, because that's what's going to happen. But it happens a lot with people that what they call hyperovulate, and that's what I do. And I hyperovulate, so I don't ovulate like a normal lady every month. I don't at all anymore, but yeah, don't ovulate like a normal lady. So I would drop a bunch of eggs at one time.
Oh.
Yeah, very interesting, but
that's the name, the breeder.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine having triplets, to be honest.
Oh my God.
Especially when I had my first. I was so young though, but when I had my first, it was hard. I mean, I couldn't imagine having multiples.
Well, I'm glad I had my multiples first, because if I would have had one baby first and then had them, you would expect it to be like one baby. But with the triplets, I'm not. By the time they were home for about 4 months, we just like would make an assembly line, and I'm not kidding, we would make a little assembly line, do the diapers. A lot of times I would have one on one leg, one on the other, you know, with the
you couldn't have breastfed. You couldn't have breastfed.
Oh no, I couldn't.
I have a question. Most people that have multiples, it's because they did, you know, they went to a clinic, right? The IVF or whatever. Was yours from IVF, or were you?
No, they were
naturally happen. You were naturally had triplets, right?
Yeah. Yep. They were spontaneous. What happened was I was like on drugs and, you know, eating like shit. I gained weight and I lost a bunch of weight, and I was starting to exercise. I got sober, and they don't tell me I'll never have kids. Like I would never need, you know, I would never have kids. My uterus was tilted, and like I said, I don't ovulate like a normal person. So, they always said like you won't have kids, but something shifted whenever I got sober and lost all the weight, started exercising, and here we are.
You weren't on drugs.
How did you sleep?
Nope, I wasn't. What'd you say?
How did you sleep with 3? Like I had a hard time sleeping with 3.
Oh, you're talking about when they were born?
Yeah, my goodness.
We didn't. I was on autopilot. We didn't. My mom, I think my mom kept them one night when they were like 6 months old, and me and my husband were supposed to go on a date, and I'm not kidding. We fell asleep and we did not wake up until like the middle of the next day. And my mom
True Helper. Do you guys see True Helpers? I thought
True Helper, if I were your wife,
And he was
if
born
I were your
12
wife,
pounds, 4
I would
ounces.
beat you in your sleep
12
every day.
pounds, 4 ounces. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I would.
I
Ouch.
thought my son was big. My son was 9 pounds, 9.5, and I thought that was big. 12
I thought
pounds?
8 pounds,
Oh
9
my.
ounces was big.
Mine were little babies, little tiny babies.
See, I
I
had
didn't
big
go full
babies.
term though.
My daughter was 9 pounds even, and then my son was 9 pounds, 9.5. And I
I
thought
had
those were
7 pounds
huge.
6 and 8 and 4.
Yeah, mine
But
was
I
8
know my
pounds 9 and
grandmother,
6'5".
my grandmother, my uncle, he was 13 pounds when he was born, but that was back
Jesus.
in the day when they didn't, you had home births. You know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
way back when.
Ouch.
But
If
he
that
was
was my
13
first baby,
pounds.
that would be my last. I'd be
Yeah,
like, no,
I think so too.
1
12
and
pounds,
done.
4 ounces. Oh my
That's
God.
ridiculous. You know, that's bigger than all the triplets.
Not natural though. She had to have had a cesarean
Well,
for
they
that.
say the bigger
No.
babies are easier to like
No.
for a woman to have.
Really?
Wow.
She didn't have a
My
cesarean?
No, my grandmother had him natural and he was 13 pounds, but she had 5 kids. All of them were like, he was 13, my mom was like 8.5, but my other uncle was 9, and my other aunt was like 8, 9, and then the last one was 6 pounds. She said that one was like taking a poop, like literally,
Yeah, by the
because she
last
was so
one,
used. Well, yeah,
That was
by
she
the
my
said
last
you.
one, they're just falling out at 9 months.
Yeah,
my
What?
yep.
son was 14 months apart. Okay, from my daughter was 8, 9, and then he was 6'5". And when I gave birth to him, the doctor like, oh, almost dropped him. That he came out that easy, like so easy. Like once his head crowned, he came right out.
Neither of mine were easy, but the second
Oh,
was definitely easier than the
Well,
first.
the
I
labor
agree.
wasn't easy, but the actual birth was easy. The
I
labor is
had
never
With
easy.
my
C-section.
daughter, it was scary, and I had toxemia. She was stuck. It was a whole thing. But my son, he wasn't easy either, but he was easier. Same with me, Ems.
Yep.
See,
Yeah,
Tatum, my
I
son was
had
born on
I
his
had
due date.
C-sections, and um I actually, God, I used to have a nightmare. Like the first time, it's not that bad. They kept telling me not to clench up because I was in full blown labor and I was having contractions. That's like a hard thing. But after you have a C-section and you know what it's like getting that spinal, that's the shit nightmares are made of. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that sucked. But I did like that I could plan when I'm gonna have them. You know, like that's
Yeah,
Yep.
you could know what their birthdays were going to be.
yeah.
True Helper, is your son that was 12 pounds really a tall kid now? And because he said the youngest was only 7 pounds. That's funny. Go from 12 to 7. But
They
is
say
he?
it doesn't matter, like how
It
big the baby
doesn't.
is.
No, I was just curious if like the little one's bigger than the bigger
Yeah.
one, you
That's what
know?
he was saying. He thought the first one was going to be the biggest kid because he was the biggest at birth, but no.
But you know,
This
my
bir-
biggest at birth, he's like
oh
my
my
13
God.
and
This
my but
girl was 5.5 weeks early, and baby was 7 pounds 4 ounces.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ,
That's
they were huge.
yeah, that's like mine. I was for my second, I was very early and she was still 7 pounds 2 ounces. So she
Yeah,
would have been a
wow.
big girl.
I don't
Yeah.
know. My son was born on his due date, and I fought with the doctor for the entire 9 months because he kept
Yeah.
changing my due date. And I'm like, I know the night I got pregnant.
See,
I looked at my ex-husband and I said, shit.
I
And he
knew.
said, what? I
Okay.
said, I'll let you know in 9 months. He goes, you're kidding. I said, no, I'm telling you right now, I'm pregnant.
I knew
My
every
mom
time,
says
like
that.
I knew
Yep.
even the triplets, I didn't know I was pregnant, but as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I knew that when I got pregnant, Aubrey, I wanted one more, and I was like, went right off my birth control and had her. I knew when I got pregnant with Levi, the only one that I was kind of like, it could have been 2 different days was Victoria, the last one, but I pretty much knew though. I was pretty much like, it was right there, but I knew right when I got pregnant with Victoria.
My mom says the same thing. She says, I knew exactly when I got pregnant with you. Exactly.
Yep.
Like, we were in the middle of it, and I said, something happened. And sure enough, she was pregnant with me. I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah, I knew.
I know. I knew. I knew. Like, I don't know how I knew, but I knew that I was pregnant with Aubrey. I'm not kidding. I told Aaron, like, it had to be like 3-4 weeks, and I was like, I don't feel right. Like, I'm telling you that I'm pregnant. He's like, no, you just had your period. I said, no, I am telling you, I am pregnant. And about 2 weeks later, I started puking, and he said, I'm going to get pregnancy test. And by God, I was fucking pregnant. I told him, and he said, you went, there's no way. Yes, I'm telling you I am. And I was.
I didn't know. I was drunk when it happened with me. No clue.
Maud Boss says I still felt stuff with my last C-section.
Yeah. Oh, my blood pressure shot up with the triplets. They were in the middle of it because it's different. It's a very long C-section. And I will never. My blood pressure went up, and blood kind of started squirting because I felt them pulling and tugging, and it felt like someone was ripping me apart.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's scary.
I delivered both in the C-section delivery room because I was serving my children eviction notices. I mean, listen, if you're going to stay in there, pay fucking rent or get out.
People actually do that. They put the eviction notice on the crib, like it's time to come out now.
Seriously, I was like, this is getting old. I mean,
they told me if I drank some kind of, I can't remember what it was, that I would bring them because I went 2 weeks over.
What,
and
castor oil?
My doctor told me that is like a month-old baby. That is like a month-old baby.
After I had my son, they wheeled me past the nursery, and I looked at them and I go, damn, who had that toddler? They go, that's yours. And I was like, oh, shit, this is going to hurt.
You know what's really sad? So think about this. A few weeks ago, we were talking, and I had mentioned that if I could get some things under control, that I wanted to have one more. And I don't think that's going to happen now, obviously, for obvious reasons.
I'm sorry.
You know what, though,
You're to be positive. You never know, Ems. Miracles.
And you know what, though, Em?
Miracles.
Have you ever considered adoption, though?
Yeah, you don't know. And your kids, aren't your girls older? Like they're a little bit older. And before you know it, you'll be a grand. Then you'll be like, thank God I didn't. And you'll be able to spoil the shit out of them.
I don't think I would ever have the thank God I didn't moment. I don't know.
She wanted
the plan was to always have one more, and then so we lost a child late term, and then like probably like 4 months later, 5 months later, maybe a little longer than that, I found out I was sick, and it like really fucked everything up. So the plan was always to have one more because we have all girls. I think that's why. Like if I had a boy in the mix, it might be a little different.
Oh yeah, I understand that. That's the
How many boys do you have, Amanda? You have 2, right?
I have 2 boys. Yeah, I had. That's why people were like, "Why aren't you done after the triplets?" Well, I don't know why I wasn't, but here I am.
Yeah.
But I had.
You wouldn't give them up for anything.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't definitely. But no, I have 2 boys and 4 girls, and I'm telling you what, I thought boys were harder because as toddlers they are. No,
yeah, just when they're little.
Is that my older son?
More boys. I would have 10 more boys before I would have 1 more girl.
Yeah,
my daughter. Son, he's ADHD and he's it takes him a lot to focus, but I can tell him to do almost anything. He doesn't. He's a kid, so sometimes he'll backtalk a little bit, but not like he's the best, most easygoing kid I have. The girls are.
Girls are psychos, man. Yes. For real.
Girls are stubborn.
Are psychotic.
Right. And they can't entertain themselves. You know what I mean? Like boys, they can sit and play with Matchbox cards for hours. And girls, they always need somebody to play with. She
used to bring me her Barbies and she would hand them to me and she would say, play with these for me. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
I swear to you guys, and my son Levi, he was a big match car person, and my other son's a Lego person. And I can get them like a Lego set or a Matchbox car set. Doesn't matter what you do for the girls. It's never enough. And they need you to do this and do that.
Yeah.
Boys are like,
it's true.
Care.
I have good girls. Like my girls, I cannot complain. They are excellent kids. However, there's still days that I feel like I'm going to have to buy some boxing gloves. No joke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just even if they look at each other the wrong way, like or if they sit too close to each other.
Fighting. You were. I think you were on my live, and you said, "Excuse me, I have to go off," because they were fighting over the bathroom, and you have like 4 bathrooms.
Oh yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah, we have 3 bathrooms in your house. and I was out in the garage cleaning the garage, and I heard screaming. And they never fight. So it obviously like really took me by surprise. So I ran in the house, and I thought they were going to throw down. I thought I was going to have to break up a fist fight for real.
Yep, I swear to you guys, my girls. Okay, I was telling people in Discord this a couple weeks ago. I got each. I can't remember. It was a shirt, a sweatshirt. They each got basically the same thing, a different pattern. That they picked, mind you. They picked the fucking pattern. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I swear to you, they all, and Aubrey is like not very much younger than them. She's 7, they're 9. Well, they're going to be 10. Okay. So all of them, I get them all the same shit because I don't want to hear it. I'll let them pick it. No, they're getting the exact same pattern from now on because I swear to you guys, we will be sitting here and they will fight over the same shirt. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Their shoes are the same, except a different color. I wanted the pink ones. I wanted the blue ones. Their hairbrushes. I got them all white brush. I wanted down. Oh my! Ooh.
So Amanda, you know that we have a blended family, and our 2 youngest are only 2 months apart. So it's pretty much like we raised twins because we've been together since they were toddlers. So I always bought them exactly the same. And then their older sister's 4 years older, but now they're all teenagers, settling down some. But man, when they were little, whew. So it was just easier to get them the exact same thing.
I know.
They will fight in the car if they're sitting next to each other. Like,
yeah, and I have a van. Yeah, I have a van, and I have like I have a oh my god, Town and Country, but it's got like the 2 captain seats, and then 4 kids can sit in the back. You know what I mean? Like where the car seats go up front, and then Aubrey has her booster, and then there's still room for the other. It's pretty roomy, but I have to put the car seat instead of just giving the booster seats to the car seats if there's more room in the back. No, because I can't let certain kids sit by certain kids. So
yep, I hear
when
you.
they're scrunched up, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear it. You guys won't shut up. Like,
she's looking at me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He touched me. He touched me.
And Aubrey and
quit touching me.
Aubrey is always picking at my son. Like Levi and Aubrey, and Levi's always picking at her. They are only not even quite a year and a half apart. They're like, I was literally pregnant with felt like for 3 years with them 2 together. And they're like, I think they're like 13 months apart, basically. They're what they call stair steppers. So they, oh my God, they can be the best friends and play, or
enemies.
Yeah, and I swear, what one has, like, it doesn't matter. Levi hates Barbies. Doesn't matter. Aubrey don't play with cars. That I wanted to play with that. I was gonna first.
It gets better. Oh, it gets easier. Yeah.
Are y'all aware that we have 2 tropical storms approaching?
No.
The Gulf Coast.
Okay, can I just say something real quick?
Sure.
That's how you know 2020 is just a fucking shit show. When you have hurricanes and tropical storms coming, and people are like, no big deal.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I'm just so freaking used to it. It's not even funny. But look at Private Chat Amanda, or the Private Chat Amanda. Because I'm evil.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. I hate it when people do that, but it was pretty funny. So whatever.
Oh
but yeah, we have 2. One's they're both supposed to hit Tuesday. Both of them. One's gonna go through, actually, the first one will go through Florida as a tropical storm, but then regain strength and hit the rest of the Gulf, somewhere as a category 1. The other one is going to come to me or just south of Houston, which still means I get the dirty side, it's fine because we haven't gotten any rain. So we're good, but it will stay a tropical storm and it won't be as strong as the other one. So prayers for Florida and the other part of the Gulf Coast, and we're good. We'll just pray for them.
Even just little storms scare me. I go in the basement and like hide with my kids because they spook the shit out of me. I couldn't imagine being down there where you guys are.
Oh, Amanda, are you in my time zone? Fast. Are you on the West Coast? Amanda?
Midwest.
You're on the West Coast, so you're like
Midwest.
Midwest.
So you're like behind, an hour
Central.
behind.
Yeah.
9:30 there.
10:30.
Oh, you're on the same
You're
time zone
you're
as
on
me.
Eastern
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Eastern
it depends. Like I can literally go to my aunt's house and it's a different time zone. So I'm right there. Like she's 9:30, I'm 10:30. So that's how close, of a call it is.
I thought for some reason I thought you were in California. I
No.
thought, don't ask me. Maybe because she goes live late at night. I'm like,
No, I
oh,
just
you
the
must
only
be on
reason
the
I'm
West
able to
Coast.
go, like I'm able to be up here so long today is because my best friend kept the kids last night, because she just got her house with the pool and everything. So she kept all the kids so that I could go to my appointment, but they were staying until like tonight so
Hell
that
yeah.
That is a good friend.
Yeah.
she's an amazing friend.
Well,
Our mom-
Samara's BFF is in the line of those hurricanes. I'm just saying.
Our
Yeah.
our moms grew up like they met each other in kindergarten and stayed best friends until the day my mom died. And we grew up like we've known each other. We're 2 years apart, almost to the day. And so we've been best friends our whole life. But she was like, "Well, I'll keep the kids and have like a little pizza party and a pool party." I'm like, "Okay." Ask me twice, shit.
I was so weird with my kids. Like I was like the helicopter mom that
Yeah, I
wouldn't let
am
my
too.
kids
That's
go
why-
anywhere.
Yeah, that's why, like, when she says she's
Sad.
gonna keep them, I don't let them go like to sleepovers anywhere. I don't do sleepovers except for with Tosh, which is my best friend. They don't I'm very weird. Like I don't.
I am.
You just hear
I
so
was
much
too.
that stuff. So when she asked, because I know her. You know what I mean. Other than that, I won't let them just go a lot of places. I have to really know them.
Nowadays, you have to. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you have
it's
to be
not
so
like
careful.
when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like my mom would let me stay out till the street lights came on, and I could
Yeah.
stay at anybody's house. You
Mm-hmm.
can't do that nowadays. You just can't. You have
Yeah,
to
but I
know
think our
where
parents
they're
were trying to
going.
kill us. No seatbelt,
Yeah.
no
Well,
helmets.
we used to ride in the back of trucks. Like,
Yeah.
No, do you guys
Exactly.
remember those what are they called? The wagons that had like the seats that were facing
Yeah.
the back? Station
Yes.
wagon.
Yeah.
And you would
Station
open
wagons with the
Yes,
seats
you-
back. Yes.
Yeah. Like
I owned one of
can you
those.
imagine those now?
Yeah,
No,
I
I
rode
mean,
in them.
Aubrey's in
We
a
had
booster
one.
seat and she's 7. Like, and Levi's still in a booster seat and he's 6. So like, I just
Right.
can't imagine because when I was 5 and 6, I was laying on the floorboard, like
Yeah.
Exactly.
Amanda,
Mhm.
when I was riding a bike when I was a kid, like a little kid, when I first learned how, there was no helmet, no knee pads, no nothing.
No.
I would ride
No.
without my hands.
Mhm.
Like my parents never said anything to me.
I remember having a big wheel, and I remember dragging that big wheel up to the top of the
heck
hill.
yeah.
And because I rode it so much, the wheels had like half of them were missing.
Yep.
They were like
Yeah.
worn right down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And my brother
Yeah.
would give me a push start, a head start, and
Yeah.
we would haul ass. And sometimes we would flip and fuck ourselves all up. And my parents would just,
I got a better
they
one.
would tell you to
I
suck
can
it up.
remember. I can remember at 3:00 in the morning because we lived on a huge hill in Nashville, and it would snow, so it was a given. You were not going to school the next day. We would be up until like 11:00 that night, waxing our sleds, and we would be out there at 3:00 in the
Yes.
morning. We'd have somebody posted down at the bottom just in case an idiot was out driving at 3:00 in the morning because there was a cross
Yep.
street at the bottom of the hill, and you could go all the way down our hill and up half the other one, turn around and then go back, and it was just all night
See,
long.
where-
Parents sound
where
asleep.
Where we lived, there was a hill, a street. It's called Walnut Hill, and it's huge. It's a big road hill, and the town used to close that off in the winter, so we could slide down it.
There
Now
you
they
go.
don't do it. Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't
I
do it
think
anymore. But
sometimes,
they would
though,
close
parents-
that road.
I think sometimes now parents are almost overprotective. I'm
Well,
not
Donna,
saying
we did that
you should.
too.
I tried to be very, like, I didn't want to stop them from doing stuff. And I let them go to one sleepover. And I will not, it was just, that kid turned out to be a total, like,
Yep.
listen, the school called the next week. That kid was in, like, I think kindergarten or first grade, had a knife in their book bag. Their kids said
I
they were
remember
cursing.
that.
Yes,
were in
remember
chat
that?
when
Yes.
that went. Yes, we
Yes,
were in
that
that
was what it
secret
was.
chat at that time. Yep,
Yes.
I remember that you were
And
telling
I
us
was
about
like,
that.
Yep. Ever since then, because they have to notify the parents and all. No, actually, they didn't notify us. I'm sorry.
No, they
This was 2 years
didn't,
ago.
because you
The
were gonna have a
parents ended
meeting.
up.
Yeah, you were gonna have
Yeah.
a meeting with all the parents and stuff
Yes,
because you
because
guys
they
were
didn't even
worried. Yes.
notify us. Yep, and it was
Uh-huh.
a huge knife. It was a huge
Jeez.
knife,
Yep.
and they didn't even notify us. And this was the kid that I ended up being the one time I was like, "Well, we can do a sleepover." So now I'm that mom, like, "Well, they can sleep over here."
Yep. We've
Yeah.
always had an
See,
open door policy, always.
Yep.
yeah,
Well,
me
Well,
too.
all
I
the
think
kids were
that's a
always
good
at our
thing,
house.
though. I think it's good if you
My kids would
you
get
want to
mad
be
at me.
sure.
You
Yeah,
know,
I know.
and I grew up on the
Because
back of
There.
I
see,
grew up
my
on the
kids
back
would
of
get
1,200-pound animals, and I never wore a helmet unless I was in a
Did your
show and you
parents
had to.
did your
see,
parents
I was
put
the type.
bread bags on your feet before you went out to play in the snow?
Yes,
No,
yes, yep.
no,
Me too.
Yes,
Well,
and
you
the
weren't
snow
raised
boots.
in the snow though.
no,
No,
I
I
was.
was. I
No,
was
I
raised.
You
was.
were?
Yeah,
Oh,
Nashville.
It kept
yeah,
your
that's
socks
right.
from getting
Yeah.
wet. It kept your
Yep, it
Yep.
socks
kept
from
your
getting
feet
wet.
No, we
from
wore
wet. Yep.
Yes.
47 pairs of socks, and then when you came in and then you started thawing, and oh god, it hurt so bad. And the worst was when if you were riding in the cold in Nashville and you go to get off your horse, it's a little
Uh-huh.
ways down. So when you land, it's like, oh my feet, oh, because you're so cold and they
We
hit
used to
the
put
ground.
bags on them and
Uh-huh.
then put like
Yep.
3 or 4 pairs of socks
Bunch
on
of
and throw
socks.
some
Yeah.
boots on and a
No, no,
snowsuit. We were good to go.
Yep.
no, mine were hoping I would die. I'm just
Oh
telling you.
no, kids now they want to come in like 2 minutes after you get them all dressed up. Like my grandkids, they're bad for that.
Like that
Get them
kid
all
from
dressed up
Christmas
with their
Story.
mitts and hats and boots and everything
Well,
on them.
Because
They go out there for
they're
5
not
minutes.
raised like us anymore. Like
no,
No,
when
they're
my
we
not.
were
mom
They're
young,
not.
they
said,
never had. They don't know how to play outside. They don't know
nope.
how to climb trees and
Right.
build forts
Right.
and
You look at kids now and you go, go play outside. They're like, why?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
Right.
want
would
to go
never have
outside.
survived summers at my old house because my mom would be damned if I was going to run in and out of the house, and
Yep.
if I went out, I was staying out, and the only thing I was coming in for was a drink. Like
Yep.
that was how it was. You came in to eat lunch and to get a drink, and
Yep.
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 My
you
mom would say,
didn't.
"Get out,
Our,
get out,
my
get out of the
biggest
house."
my biggest punishment was to stay in. Now the
Yes.
kids,
Yeah.
their biggest punishment is to go
Well,
outside.
see, I do have kids that
Yes.
enjoy outside, but they haven't. Aubrey, that kid, like, she could play in a water, like in some kind of water. If we had our own like big pool here, I would probably have to get like one of those alarms or something. That kid,
Amanda,
Yep.
I can teach you how to build a pool out of a trampoline. You
oh,
got one of those?
I think I'll
You know what?
pass.
Actually, to be honest, she did a pretty good job. Like I will give her credit for
Well,
that.
how is it filtered though? That's
I
what
don't know.
don't-
I really don't
She
know.
said she
Not.
bought a filter. She said she bought a filter. But my thing is with my pool, you have to put those inside the in
Right.
a circle. So how are you gonna cut that tarp to
Like
make the
standing
I
water.
don't get it right. I don't get how she's gonna install that filter. She said she
Well,
got one and it was coming, but I just don't know how she's going to, because your water's already filled. When you make a pool, you put the filter and the hoses on before you fill it. So how are you
Right.
gonna cut a hole to put the hoses in when your water's already filled?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know.
Where I
It
live, I
sounds
would
like a
not be allowed to
bacterial
have.
infection waiting to happen. Oh, I'm sorry, Amanda.
Mhm.
No, you're fine. You're right. It is an infection, but where I live, you wouldn't even be allowed to have that pool. Like they would fine me. You're
Right.
not. You couldn't.
See,
Like-
here we have to have it fenced, or we get
Yep,
a
here
fine.
too.
Like
Yeah.
I have to. My pool is fenced off because if they came and saw it, I would get a fine. Yep.
Yeah.
You have to have it
Yeah,
fenced.
even like the ones that were built. Okay, people were like felt like they looked like a big. I can't remember what it was. It didn't really look like an eyesore at all or anything. They were just a big metal thing. People were
Oh
just.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
had to keep those out. Like even the kid pools have to be up at night. But if you got one with a filter, it's got certain like regulations and all that. They would never allow that pool where I
But
live.
they're not
Her
that
pool
much
broke,
more
Tanner?
expensive to
No.
buy them at Walmart. They're like,
Right.
I don't know how much she paid to do
She
that,
said she
but
paid $240 by the time it was done.
you
Uh,
can
you can get one for like 300.
Yeah,
the
a
With
big
the
one.
filter and the ladder and the little
All the
cleaning
whole
thing.
kit. Yeah. So I don't know why you would like. I
To
don't
each
know.
their own.
Just me.
Yep,
Unless
to
you
each
just want
their
to do
own.
that.
I'll read what Tatum said. She said, "Well, it broke and it doesn't have a filter. Stagnant water. Yeah, the stagnant water can really
Yeah.
get sick.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
that's
I
not
was wondering
healthy.
if she was talking about her pool because she said it broke.
oh, yeah. Did you see the pictures of it?
I saw the pictures when she first did it. That's the only ones I've seen.
No, it
Yeah, it
broke.
looked good.
It
It
broke.
just
No, she
It did
put
look good.
vinyl, you know, the flooring that you can get and you can stick it on your floor, you know, that
Laminate
vinyl
flooring.
stuff.
The laminate flooring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what she used to put around the pool so it doesn't look just like a tarp.
Yeah, but the thing
That's
is
what she
like
put.
we had that flooring, and the
Yes.
instructions were you weren't even supposed to dump mop water on it. You're just supposed to spray it because if you get it underneath, it creates bubbles. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like they don't want it to get real wet. So I'm just saying, if they
I
don't
agree,
even want you
Tatum.
to dump mop water on it, you have to spray it and be very careful because it will create bubbles, and it's on the outside of a pool. And I'm just saying, how's that going to
I
work?
agree.
Well, I just
She
wonder
paid
because
$250 for it. I went on Amazon and I bought my pool for $200, and it, you
Yep.
know, so I don't get how you saved money. I just
No,
don't
my
get
best
how.
friend just got an above ground pool, like I told you guys. And I thought she had said she paid two something, but she actually went up a size and it was 385. She had to wait like a month because she knew she was getting this
Yeah.
house. And it's a
Mhm.
huge above ground pool with the filter system and everything with it. Like it's already built
Yeah.
in. And
Mine
it's like
came with everything.
yeah, but she had got it's like the step not well, not the littler one, but like the bigger one, and it was like $400 total. Yeah, she just had to wait a month. I would wait the month. Say
I
F
do
swimming.
not miss having a pool, to be honest. I don't miss it at all.
Really?
I do.
No, I hated the
It's so
maintenance of
funny.
it. Ugh.
Yeah, that's the hard
I
part.
don't think I would
The
put one at
maintenance
this
of
house.
it and the electric bill. My neighbors, they have a big above ground pool, like the real above ground pool, and they never swim in it. They
Yep,
never swim in it. I'm like,
that's how we
it's
That's
would
so
be.
crazy.
weird. People buy pools and they'll
I would
swim
be in
at
it
first,
constantly.
and
I'm a
then they
fish.
do. But I
Not up
said
here,
the
you
same
wouldn't.
thing, Misdemeanor. I said the same thing. I begged my husband for this pool, begged him. And he's like, no, because you're never going to swim. I'm like, I will live in that pool. And to be honest with you, I think I've swam maybe 4 times this summer
See,
Yeah,
I
but,
in it.
will say that
but
my friend has, well, I call them my nieces. My autistic niece, that's something that calms her down. She swims every single day. My kids have
Yes.
already used her pool 5 or 6 times. Her older
Yep.
daughter uses it, but it's still new. And I told Tosh, I said, the real thing is going to be like next summer and the summer after, it's
When they
Right,
get
all
a little
through
older, right?
all through
right.
grade
I think
from
my grandkids
grade
like
school
My
through high
granddaughter
school,
swims
I
all the
was at one
time.
of two places. I was at the pool or I was at the barn. There was no other
Yeah.
place in my world. That was it.
Yeah.
And
See, my
even when we would go
grandbaby
on the
swims in
road
her.
and we would stay in the hotels, I was in the pool. If there's
Not
water,
me.
I'm in it.
It
I
has
like
to be
water,
warm for
but
me.
I
up
wouldn't be in it a
here,
lot.
we only have like 2 months that you can use it
Yeah.
Yes.
for.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
see,
That's
that's
it.
how it is. Aubrey is like, well, no, I mean, we get like 4 or 5 full months out of each year, probably 4 to be more realistic.
I
But
think if you
Aubrey is all about like even I have like one of those. I have a big round bathtub and it's got a step, the steps in it. In the wintertime, that child like every day is taking a bubble bath and she's getting her
Hmm.
swim on half the time and just sitting in there and playing. Like that's her, that's what she does.
My
She
granddaughter's
lives in
like
the
that.
water. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Mhm.
granddaughter, she swims in the pool all the time, and then she's got a water table. She's always playing with water. She
Yeah.
loves it. But when I was a kid, I loved swimming. I was always swimming. I don't know if it's because I'm older now. If that water isn't 80 degrees, it's too
I
cold.
hear
I'm
ya.
not getting in it. I'm not getting in it.
I gotta
Nope.
hop down, ladies.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll be in
take
chat.
care.
I'll be in chat.
I have
Bye.
to.
Okay. Bye.
I have to jump down too. My husband actually came home from work early today, so
Yay!
yeah. So I'm gonna
Yay.
go spend some time with him. So I'm gonna jump down, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right,
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I gotta
Yeah,
get ready.
I'm gonna end this. It's been 3 hours, but it's been fun. Thank you guys for coming up. I
Well,
enjoyed
thanks for
talking
having
to you
me.
guys. And I'm gonna wait till your chat loads and I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah,
Yes.
watching it is so funny. All right,
Yeah.
bye guys.
Okay,
Bye.
bye, Amanda. Take care.
Y'all have an awesome day, awesome weekend.
Thank you. And if I missed any of you, I apologize because when I start talking, I miss the chat sometimes. But you guys have a great weekend. I love you all. Thank you, Misdemeanor, for coming
Love
up.
you,
Thank you,
Carla.
mods, for taking care of my chat. I appreciate it. And
Be good to
good
each
night.
other.